Watching it. Chaotic just said, never mind. I just realized this gets recorded.
All right. Good job.
Come on, it was amusing, and then I realized I can't say what I was gonna say because non-disclosure or whatever.
You can uninclude your audio for a second and
Can
then
I?
say it, and then re-include. Maybe. I don't know if you can when you're
No, I can't.
broadcasting.
Party's being
That's a
broadcast.
shame.
We'll send you a picture though, spaghetti, so you can laugh at it. What team are we on? 2, right? Alright, hello everybody. This is the quarterfinals games finally against Victorious Secrets and Midnight Meat Train. I'm casting with Alpha Crafter, and we're getting co-casted with Spaghetti. He's watching a soccer game right now, and he's going to give us periodic updates
Basketball.
on things that don't match. Shut up. So, Alpha Crafter, what are your predictions for...
forced to co-cast against my will. I mean, predictions, yes, those.
Well, what are
I
your
get
thoughts?
expected. It's
I'm
All
hoping
the
for some
Benedict
intense. I'm hoping for some intense Benedict gameplay. 3 legendaries. I hope everybody is expecting
absolutely.
that
At
this
least
stream
three.
isn't going to be very good because I don't know how to cast and Alpha's quiet. But it'll be cool, right, boys?
No.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
That's too bad. Got 0 viewers? That sucks.
No, it's good.
Is it? Is it like golf viewing?
Yeah, lowest score wins.
Don't pull a Blood Shadow. Fuck you, Mini Cooper. Alright, we're talking poorly about Mini Cooper for the entirety of this game.
Okay,
Sounds about
I can
right.
do that.
Alright, so we have switched off the Blood Shadow channel to swap to the very popular Xbox League. I like how I have 0 viewers right now when we had 8 viewers with the other
It just
channel.
jumped to 11.
Okay, shut up, everybody. I was happy for a brief moment.
Hey, some spicy Benedict fans.
Look at that. That's completely
Oh wow, I
unpredicted.
didn't see that one coming.
Completely unprecedented.
Reapers, really? You know what game it is. Okay, good Reapers. I approve.
Probably going to be silently like analyzing stuff more than anything. So go on your own time.
Analyze it.
Silent
have
is
fun.
definitely
noisy.
good for broadcasting.
Oh yeah, we've been ordered by not Mini Cooper. I'm not gonna take orders from that creature. By Sea Dog to make this very non-boring. So we have to talk about random things.
Okay.
I
can't do
personally
that. I'm
enjoy
boring.
the title
Alright, non-boring.
synergy
So,
on the other team. Yes,
I hate title synergy. I think it's awful.
I think you're awful. We're all wearing
Same.
Come on.
It's cool if you're all running season pass holder. Otherwise, what's the point?
I mean, that's what we're doing. I mean, season pass holder's a cool title, but it also means that you've won the season, and you're like holding that winning pass in your hand, right, Spaghetti? That's the
Okay, I know what that
analogy you're
means,
going
but-
for.
Alright. So we've got an Oscar Mike first pick here.
Uh,
Fairly
s-
routine bans considering the teams.
So my prediction.
Midnight
So
Meat
yeah,
Train
yeah,
likes to run that
so-
galley in the Benny.
yeah, that makes sense. So I would pick up a tank here for sure. I don't think they should pass up the tank. Tears is shadowing Beatrix. It might be the time that Beatrix is pulled out. That would be very entertaining. Joe Pope's trying to pull out the milk at Mini Cooper, going classic tank Pendles. We'll see how that works. You never know.
I'm really liking.
It almost works that one time.
About this comp, it looks pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, they got a DPS, they got a sufficient healer, a good CC, and they got the best tank in the game.
Yeah, that's a winning comp right there.
Oh, yeah.
See if they can get it.
I'm hoping for some snazzy diving this game. I've been tuning in with Sea-Dog to see his elite strats going on right now. Montana, nice. I'm predicting that, of course, Navy Dropout will be doing the Thorn. He's been getting pretty good on her.
Figure it's what, Relic on the Monty?
Yes.
Oh, geez, you hate to see that when Mini Cooper's finger slips and he seems to screw up his perfect comp over there. Geez, picking the wrong character.
So, obviously, Mini Cooper will be playing Arendi. I don't expect he'll let his teammates have any fun.
You're telling me they weren't going for Pendle's, Melka, and Beatrix?
I mean, it's a shock and awe for this team's standard comp, but you know what really, proved it was a troll pick? Is that Tears wasn't on healer, you know. Tears has to, carry, so Tears has got to be holding them up on that. And depressingly, Oh, by the way, I just want to advertise that Sea-Dog is streaming his team's point of view this game, and their comms. So, it's going to be interesting this draft. Hopefully he doesn't have their comms included now. But, you get to go and see the sweatiness over there. Yeah, I'm sure he does. It'd be great. But you get to go and see the sweaty nonsense over there, too, which should be pretty fun.
Mini Cooper's lame, so he's not streaming it.
You know, he doesn't want his elite quality communication skills to be shown to the other team. You don't want anything to be predicted, stream snipes and whatnot. Not with like a 15-second delay or anything, and that would be totally fun if we got point of views from both teams or anything. This is a very non-Midnight Meat Train comp, I definitely have to say.
I do like the Wrath pick.
Yeah.
I think it
No,
enables
I
them
like
to
the
pick-
I like the
I think
drafting
they
a lot,
want
but it's
Phoebe.
definitely different from what they've done in the past, which is very cool. I think they're branching out. I think they've selected themselves with a good comp here. Possibly some dive from Mini Cooper. I know that he loves his astoundingly good Atticus.
You figure he's probably on the Arendi, so they got to grab it. They're going to grab
Wait
a
a minute,
Lonnie with one of these two
but
picks
Tears has
for
got to be
Tears.
Arendi.
Right.
So definitely pick it up for Alani for Tears. Tears is absolutely
And they're gonna
devastating on that
You really want a
character.
wound for that Miko Monty.
I would definitely agree. Because right now it's going to be, even with that amount of burst, it's going to be pretty hard.
I could see an Isaac pick here.
I definitely agree. Isaac is getting pushed ever so slightly into the meta, thanks PS4.
Depending on their last pick here, I can still see Sea-Dog's team picking something like Phoebe.
I think they want Phoebe, which is why I think they took the Wrath to kind of keep it away from
Yeah,
Mhm.
it makes
away
sense.
from the other side. Makes the Phoebe more viable. They could even go Atticus. A lot of squishy bodies on the other side so far. Oh, I meant for the other team, but okay. I assume I'm a few seconds behind you guys, but
Yeah, I was silent only because I didn't have the ability to react to what just happened.
right.
I'm hoping for another
I hate that. pick.
0 and,
I mean,
what was it
Atticus
last time?
against-
0 and 9? 0 and 8? Something
Yeah, I
nonsensical.
mean that just
At,
feels like a
45
force.
that tends to be what it is.
I don't want to be playing Atticus against a Wrath personally.
I'm
Don't
going to
want to be
go
playing
ahead and
against
say, from my
Monty.
experience, Atticus would not be favorable into this comp. Atticus is really good even when there is a lot of CC on the side when there's people to dive. Right now, he is diving a Miko. Our proud Tears is selecting her character.
Yep, and there's the Phoebe. So
How
I
long do you
definitely
think?
prefer
How long do you
Midnight
think it's
Meat
going to take?
Train's
Okay,
counter.
okay, about that one. I was going to say, how long do you think it's going to take for Mini Cooper to yell at everybody for this? For not Atticus.
Tears. Um,
Anyone know how to mod people in chat?
Nope.
I have no idea. Alright, so no surprises on the character selection here. You figured, once you saw the Atticus, you knew that was going to be Mini Cooper. Seems to really be leaning into that thing lately. We'll see.
I
We'll
think
see
you
how it
mean
works
leaning
out.
into the. Oh, this Team Skinnergy, because I saw Mini Cooper activated a booster beforehand. Man, that is some nice skins. That Boulder one is very nice. You know,
It is fancy,
Team
I do like
Skinnergy
that.
gives you a
Mm.
10 to 15% damage boost. I think it's definitely worth it. Sea-Dog gets to pull out his Phoebe, though. That's exciting. It's always a good game when that man gets to play that character.
Yeah. Like, I think the Atticus
Expect
isn't the worst
expect
of
the
fits,
Thumper
but he's
turret to be
definitely
down
always
immediately.
pushing Atticus into quite a lot of CC. I don't know. It's not the best of decisions, honestly.
I don't know, it might work for them. You'll have to see, but he might
It
be able
can
to
still
take a lot of
work,
CC
obviously,
while
but
the
it's
DPS
definitely
runs
riskier
in.
the more CC there is on the other side.
I
He really
don't think
likes
it's too much.
risking
I don't
that,
think it's
yeah.
too much that it's risky for him right now. I think it's too much that he's not going to be made much use of, which is what it is. But I guess
Right.
he's just trying to prove that he can do it, and he may be able to. Can't shut him down for that.
The dueling silences on the dive characters could be kind of interesting because you really want to have that pounce or that phase gate to kind of get out of a sticky situation. So it's going to be an interesting one. I mean, there's 2 silences that Atticus is going to have to deal with.
Definitely. Although Mini Cooper is definitely extremely good at taking the CC. He doesn't try and run away from her or anything, which is, I guess, useful for his teammates. All right, let's go and see the picks. Am I casting? I'm casting,
always
so
nice
I can't
to
look at
have,
people's. I can't look at people's things. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't know what I'm doing. How do I get out of
Is
this?
that dash distance I just saw?
Yeah,
It
briefly.
was.
It was. That's the
Mini
one
Cooper
thing we
did
know,
not pick
boys.
the
We
life
know
steal at 1.
he did not pick
you
lifesteal at 1.
All right.
Mini Cooper, you're
Yeah.
making me very disappointed. It's hard to
So you
argue
don't have
against
to
you now. You
disown
didn't
him.
pick the lifesteal at 1. You're not throwing? Come on, buddy. I expected better of you. Alright, who will win Shock Turret? I will move my camera around as much as possible to irritate as many people as possible.
Great.
I don't know who the Zaw is, but this is not a quality stream, sir. This is a stream casted by me, who have no idea what I'm doing, and Alpha Crafter, who has no idea what he's doing. And then there's Spaghetti, who is the expert on streaming.
Yeah, I've never done this before, and I'm also watching basketball.
He's a multitasker, alright.
Yeah. C-Dog was going for his little usual shock turret thing. Thought better of it. Phased out better.
Interesting enough here, the team with the least amount of tanks and the least amount of sustained healing is pushing hard into lane. I'd say definitely good on them.
Ooh, Joe
Looks like
Pope
they're
might be
pushing in on
trouble
the
over
side after Joe Pope. Joe Pope's gonna get caught out there, maybe? He might just fall down. I don't think they should be chasing after
He
him.
is, but it is Boulder, so
Yeah, it
Oh,
is
okay,
Boulder,
looks
that's
like he's
correct.
gonna
better
get out.
chance.
I mean, they had all 5 people leave lane for that. They should have done a dedicated push.
Yeah,
here.
now the other
We're gonna have
team
to see
can,
what they're doing.
start
They might be
pushing
able
the
to still
lane.
get Boulder because it is level 1 Alani heals. Relic, if you can go stun that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Relic!
Mm.
Alright,
Yeah, there goes
they
Boulder,
gotta
but
watch out for
Relic's in trouble as
Atticus
well.
here.
Yeah, Relic goes down.
I think he just got stuck between that big body and some minions. Definitely sucks for that, but they're gonna catch up Mini Cooper here. Might have pounce, but
We've got a cloudy
No,
date.
no, I mean, he did have-
on the Atticus there.
Atticus. Did Atticus get that kill? No, he.
I
It
believe he
was.
did. Whoever
I
got
think
it
that
had it.
entire team's running that.
Oh, was it Tears?
Cloudy Day booster.
Tears is always running it, I think. It was chaotic.
Alpha, anything interesting you could tell me about the Helix options? Because everyone will get motion sickness if I go and try and check them.
Looking around, nothing looks too different.
Dash distance is interesting.
Reliquant dash distance. Yeah, I just got to that. It's definitely interesting. It can be really good in some situations, but I'm not a fan.
I
It can be a
apologize, but
little
are you trying
annoying
to tell
close
me
range sometimes.
that, Zig didn't go stun wrath?
Though he did not. Clearly throwing. Sunwrath is obviously the meta.
Very interesting. How defensive that team got immediately as they got pushed to the lane. We'll have to see how aggressive they get. They might be trying to start dives with Boulder Erraticus. They definitely got a diveable team. And they're probably going to capitalize on thralls a lot, which is something that I think is going to be important to get those things down quickly.
It's also a very strong late game comp. What with you get those Asker Mike ults in there, Randy's levels. Once you get those insta pillars, Atticus needs his levels.
Except Atticus is just I don't
down,
Spaghetti.
But,
You said he
like
needs them, but I don't know if he's going to get them. Well, Memphis is
Well,
just doing
that's
usual
always
good.
that's always kind of the Atticus struggle.
Memphis, oh god, Sea Dog, buddy, careful! Oh, they're gonna collapse on Joe here. Good work,
Sea-Dog
guys.
is still going. Jeez.
I don't know. I think he definitely
Yeah, he
spooked
gets
him, and
him.
if they
He
get
gets
him, good
Boulder
work,
and he
guys.
makes it out. Jeez.
Hostile Dooners!
Team 1 getting thrall.
Anything interesting on the gear? What's Wrath running? How much max health does he have added in?
It's sick. I don't know how much health he runs on Wrath, but I know he does make the amount of health that he does work.
I'm curious because Wrath is kind of the obvious target for Arendi's insta-pillars late game, assuming Miko stays out of range.
Absolutely, yeah, because that is something that is to pay attention to about is that although they have a really late game comp, they're gonna have to make good use out of it because that Arendi can't do a whole bunch against quite a few of those characters.
Mm-hmm. Most of the loadouts do pretty normal.
Oh, Alpha, cool question. What did Relic
little
pick
bit
it
of
to?
cooldown time.
Because I'm seeing him knock back people pretty far distances. So.
No, he chose the blast. He chose the middle.
He's gonna make good work of it.
What did Oscar Mike go with at one?
He went with the impact trigger. He didn't go with the sneak attack.
Okay, I know Tom
Oh
would be
man,
very
Tom is
disappointed
rolling
right now.
over in his grave right now.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom's not dead or anything. He's still rolling over his grave. It's Tom. It's both dead and alive. Everybody on Team 2 are level 3 right now. And two of the DPSs on Team 1 are level 3. Makes sense though for the kill death exchanges. Try and find.
Then he's off getting a
interesting.
thrall.
Or disconnect. That way. I don't know, guys. Don't look at me too hard. I don't know what I'm doing.
Got eyes on an enemy!
I won't miss that one.
It's about
Looks like Boulder's pushing out a bit. Ooh, Wrath might go. Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah. Thrall's pushing in. I don't know what its health's at, but it is now 0. Oh, Mini Cooper and...
Ooh, a lot of people being stunned.
Yeah. That was a good stun. Let's see if they can capitalize off that. They got to pick a
If the
target right
Thrall
here.
knocks up, this
That
could be
Thrall,
pretty
yeah, if that
nasty.
Thrall knocks up, it's going to be devastating. Yeah, good work, Thrall. Didn't... Good job. This bubble's
The
going to...
Chaotic's gonna go.
Yeah, good counter collapse, guys. Very good work. Get pushed out, get immediately pushed back in. No,
Ooh,
I might
Sea-Dog
be able...
gets stunned in a bad
Yes.
spot, but they saved him.
Memphis is definitely healing him up well, though. Paying attention to him and keeping himself safe at the same time. Sea-Dog, get you... Oh, wow, no! 2 people in a bubble. Memphis is going to be only able to save one of them. Ah, Sea-Dog made his way out. Good escape, Sea-Dog. Atticus going down again. I didn't even get to see that on camera. I apologize. It's the most exciting part of the game. And I missed it!
No, it made it in there.
This is just game 1. No, Pete. Actually,
Well, no,
you know
it's
what? I
game
take it
2,
back. It's game 2.
technically.
Alright,
Well,
alright.
it's game...
Yeah,
It's game 1
2.
of this stream, but game
Yes,
2 of the
yeah,
series.
correct. Game 1 of the series did not include Sea-Dog. He was not able to connect to the game. That was back when the servers were, when I was DDoSing the servers. But thankfully, Sea-Dog is able to make it back in now for this game, and they got their, 5 lineup for the season.
Sentry Shield's now.
Mhm.
Well, not quite down, or I'm a little behind you guys. Maybe it's down, but
Yep, Sentry Shield is down. Let's see what they're going to keep the pokes on it for. That might be difficult. Navy's going up to get a little bit of poke on it, I think or hope. Atticus is pushing him away. Wait, what happened? Oh, that makes me go down. Sorry, guys. Oh, Joe is... Oh, Joe, no! Mini Cooper didn't chase Memphis and would have gotten the kill there because he has that full health. Alright, that was a good counter collapse, though. Scared him away. See which team takes middle right here. I think it could be either one of them. Sea-Dog's going in, got Penrose pretty low here. Yeah, nice. Zigga. They don't have the knock-up for Atticus. I don't know if he has a pounce or not, though, regardless. He used his offhand a little too early there and got caught out. Man, they are just devastating right now. Taunt from Navy, classic taunt. Good work, Navy. Gotta keep the hype on. Sea-Dog going in on the sentry. Sea-Dog has his ult for sure. So we got Navy, Zig, and Sea-Dog at level 5 right now, and the only level 5 on the other team is Penrose, and Atticus has just acquired Tenacity, which is going to be a good boon to their team right now. Going to be some extra damage, but I don't know if it's going to be able to do much right now, because they just are collapsing over and over and over. Sea-Dog and Navy doing a really good job at putting pressure on in the front, while Zig and Relic are following up in the back.
yeah, so that's a pretty quick sentry kill. You know, as they get their levels on the other side, if they can get a pick or two, there's going to have those respawn timers. They're going to have an opportunity, but certainly
Yeah.
not. You know, like we said earlier, it's a late game comp.
The kill was after 20 minutes though, so they're not going to get that much of an advantage, but they should still attempt to use it to their advantage, and I think they can. They just can't stagger so much is what I think the big thing is going to be. Navy with a nice cleanup kill on that boulder.
I mean, Arendi's got her ult. She's closing in on insta-pillars. You get that Mike ult in. You can get something to happen there.
Sea-Dog did go with the deer at 5. I know we've complained about that before. That thing is very devastating against sentries, and that can account for a lot of their sentry damage in of itself. Nice bubble from Tears. Tears just coming in friggin' clutch like usual.
Vampire Ninja. Eldragon is a very rare pick. Sometimes you get him like situationally, but he's one of the less common ones.
I mean, he's one of the characters that come along with in the same vein of like Atticus. I'd say less frequently than Phoebe. Phoebe's been pushing in the meta more and more. Definitely on account of Sea-Dog and Welses. Those guys are pretty devastating, but more and more people are picking him up.
Yeah.
She can be a pretty great
Not all the teams
player
are
killer.
really big on like diving characters, and then the ones that are prefer like Phoebe or Atticus over Dragon, usually.
And he does have his boons, but he can
Not
be
to say
pretty
he's
susceptible.
bad, he's just,
We're getting some sentry damage here, and
not
because we
used.
do have Thorn, even though she's not a ton of individual sentry damage, you can keep a bleed on that thing for when the melees want to go in and just eat it. Arendi wasted ult. Didn't get anybody low because the people that were hit were inside the mushroom. Mushroom is down. Probably going to be up soon, though. I imagine Memphis picked the cooldown. The bleed's still on the sentry, so it's still chilling over by that rock. So they can get some good shots on it. It would be nice to see some more El Dragon. One of the reasons we probably don't is because there was a pretty bad glitch with him early in the game. That's going on right now that we specifically banned from the league, where it allows him to use his clothesline and his ult at the same time. Look at this huge collapse right here, though. That is a friggin' nice dodge from Navy right there, getting out of that ultimate. Memphis just nearly able to come in. No! Those instas? Those are instas. Oh, but they took a trade for their tank for their healer, so that's
Defend me, ancient!
very interesting. We're going to have to see what they do. If they got supply station built up, they might be able to chill up here for a little bit, but they're probably going to have to pull out overall because they got tiers. Center shield is recharging right now, and I don't think they're going to be poking it. Maybe that would be a good idea, but they might not want to poke that far in case about getting collapsed on. Atticus is,
Many things starting to push up now.
I don't know, how close is Atticus to 5? You can see that. Oh, nice bubble on Relic. Relic's just stuck in there. He might get bodied. Oh, they're getting out. Atticus pouncing after Relic? They did not pick the slow? Alpha Roni?
Yes.
Did Atticus pick the slow or not?
Oh. Yeah, he did pick the slow at 2, you mean, right?
I guess it wasn't close enough. I was just curious.
He picked,
No!
weaken at 4.
Sea-Dog just got knocked out of his ultimate. So that means Tears is really low in the back. They're going to have to see what they want to do here. Ult on Zig right now. He hasn't gotten hit by any of the rockets. He's ulting, or trying to ult Mini Cooper right now. I think they're just going to have to let him get out, yeah.
Navy won't be in a bad spot here. All done, he got him.
Ooh. Nice ultimate on... Oops.
Liquid snake!
Oh, shit. There. Shit. I dropped my controller in my lap, people. I apologize.
It's funny from my perspective with the delay, because you're just freaking out over like nothing as far as I can tell, and then all of a sudden the camera's just jolting around.
We only have very high quality streams on the League channel. I mean, on my channel, this nonsense would be acceptable. I apologize.
Right.
To be honest, I should like have the second thing for my second layout for my controller just be like the 2 triggers, so I don't mess up anything anymore. Sea-Dog, any interesting Helix choices? Sea-Dog going with the shield recharge thing? I'm just out of curiosity, because I know Welch likes to go with the wound now. He makes good use out of that.
His stuff looks pretty normal. Usual stuff. He's not taking the wound at 6. He still took contingency plan.
Mini's 5 right now. He might try and make some sort of use out of it. I don't know, but their team is doing an extremely good job at zoning him, so he's going to have to make a lot of room for himself, I think. Probably getting that Montana down first, or that Wrath, because, you know, with the Wrath up, all that Atticus ult is good for is taking that Wrath knockup, which can be good in some circumstances.
Slumber no longer!
But then again, that's removing an ability, so we'll have to see how that team makes use out of that, if they do or don't. We got a Shepherd wave pushing in here. That big bot's probably almost dead. The problem with me doing that is I don't actually know what buttons, and we're gonna have to fidget with it for like... Ooh, Phoebe is down. Montana is getting caught out alone a little bit. They might be able to get him here. Yeah, they did get him. Alright. Alright, once we get a break in the action for a second, I'll check the scoreboard. Joe Pope is sitting out there a little bit far, but they had to back up because they did lose their Phoebe. That puts a lot of pressure on them. Curious that they have this spot right now, that Thorn isn't just Doing some little bleed poke on the sentry. Right, so that's a boulder. You want in-your-face action? There you go. Oh, boulder just got stunned. Joe Pope, make us all proud. You're the camera right now. We don't. If you really do want in-your-face action, I do suggest going over to Sea-Dog's stream because Sea-Dog is spectating his own personal point of view and the comms from that team. But I can go check out some stuff from this team too if you guys want that. Ninja Weeb, get back into it. You're on Xbox or PlayStation, the game still has a pretty good life. Arandy, maybe I shouldn't have been spectating her. It's kind of that spectator curse right there, but she hit nothing. Apologize. Sea-Dog might be going in here. Let's see. I need to spectate him. Boulder just stunned Navy out here. Navy's running. Oh, nice dodge from Navy. That's a cool move. That's what our own teammate Steve-O would do. Not me, though. I don't know how to do Thorn. Massive knock-up from that Thrall. Let's see what they do on it. Memphis is about half health. Okay, Reapers, I will work on not being 50 feet in the air. We will stare at people. Or I'll be a little closer.
Blood, where's the Mini Cooper cam that the crowd wants? Jeez, not providing that Mini Cooper cam.
I don't know if the stream will allow it, or I don't know if I'll have to shut down the stream or not, because we can't allow these leak strategies to leak through onto like a recordable platform, because the stream goes recorded after for everybody that wants to watch it, and you know we don't want those leak strats leaking. The same vein that they don't like casters for their things. Atticus got a kill on that Phoebe. Navy got a follow-up kill on Tears, though. That is massive. They're just going to have to see if that trade is going to be good or bad. Phoebe for their healer. Phoebe's down for a lot longer, though, because they don't have that other sentry down. So let's see what they make use out of it. Navy's just chilling in here.
I still think that's a trade that you like for if you're Phoebe, even though.
Oh, yeah, no, I want to.
Even though you're down longer.
I agree. That is a very valuable. Oh, Atticus pouncing in at half health. All right.
Oh, Zig's also going.
Man, I gotta take notes from this dude.
Trade.
Jesus Christ. Definitely good shutdown on that other team, though. They knew exactly what he's doing, and they said, "Hell no." Although they're pushing back
good on them
right
getting
here.
the wrath out of that, though.
Yeah, I would say the damages are doing an extremely good job at keeping up on the low people. Props to Penrose and Again, definitely props to Joe Pope too. He is tanking very well and getting some solid Sun stuff. And there needs to be no comment for Tears because it's Tears and
Yeah.
I think that ult didn't register on Navy, or was Memphis healing him? I can't be quite sure, and I don't think Alpha's here anymore.
Didn't
I'm
look
here.
like it registered from what I
Yeah,
could see.
I think it got cut on this little thing that I'm staring at.
I am seeing that Arendi picked the middle at 5, so definitely should be expecting more alts than pillars.
Very interesting, yeah. There's a few people that pick that, notably the Noodle here, that it allows you to get a lot more ults off, but
I
it
don't pick
allows...
it anymore. I stopped a while
Okay,
ago.
thank you, Spaghetti.
'cause I
was trying to be
Yeah.
nice. I was
work
trying to be
anymore.
nice. I was trying to be nice, and now you just don't do
Yeah, I
that
don't,
anymore
I don't
because
think
it's how
I've seen
insta
that for a
pillars
while,
work.
but it's definitely
You
not
have-
that bad of a pick.
Yeah, no, especially with
It's
the
not that
Yeah,
bad of a
insta
pick,
pillars are
but after the
disgusting.
insta pillars
Yeah.
buff, it's just hard to qualify using a wind up ult that does 200 more damage than a free insta pillar for a guaranteed hit. It's just something. It's kind of like you
Yeah,
want mini
that's
ults
true.
or do you want your full ult? But in the same vein, you are able to use it more often for different uses like wave clearing and stuff like that without it being too awkward.
Right.
Yeah, Ninja, they're very erratic in their play, but it works for them, you know.
You
It's
cannot
a lot of-
predict. You cannot predict their movements
Yeah.
because it is so sporadic, which I think works out exceedingly well for them. We've fought these guys multiple times, and the times that we have lost is because we cannot predict what they're doing. We're kind of at a stale right now. Thankfully, that there's 4 damage on the other sentry, so there's 7 minutes left for them to not only get this one down, but to get some poke. That's not too hard to do, considering Mike is level 7 right now. But he has had less minions overall in the game because of Penrose, and Penrose is definitely leveled up.
There's
Going to
definitely
pick
gonna be a bit of
cooldown at
pressure
9,
here
right?
for,
Or did she pick anything
Cooper's
special?
team to start pushing up, or they will be in trouble later.
Run! Run from Boulder!
Atticus is closing in on his next sort of big spike there with the level 7.
Oh, what did he?
Sea Dog
Speaking
is
of which,
way in
speaking of which, he
base.
picked probably just regen and then the shield dump at shield damage at 6. That thrall knockup.
Sea Dog's buying up their base all the way over there. Right there.
That is Sea Dog though. That is.
Yeah, that's pretty classic.
He's gonna.
Sea
I
Dog.
mean, he's playing.
now-
with,
now
we're
he's killing-
watching
he's-
this,
he's
boys.
trying to
We're
kill,
watching this.
Chaotic
We're
over
watching
here.
this. Look at this thing right here. Sea Dog is soloing Chaotic. Let's see if he can get him. Or
Oh,
let's see if they
jeez.
gets
Now
out.
they're all getting on
Mini
him.
Cooper is not paying
Oh,
any
but he's
attention
getting
and
out.
just let Sea Dog walk out. All right. Oh, nice stun though.
Cooper's stun there.
Let's see if they're gonna get something at that. He's
Thrall's
just.
gonna look to
He's
knock
just
up
moving.
as well.
I don't think he's sprinting. I think that's the problem right now. And he's holding up his hook, making his hitbox bigger, which is, I have to say, giving him some extra difficulties. Sea Dog's going in on Joe. I think they got Joe's shield down for a second, but...
Gotta love that play there by Sea Dog though, just being on the thumper
Oh,
there.
absolutely! Like
completely
he does
changed
that.
position.
He
He's
does
just
that.
fucking
Dives
around in their
behind 2
base,
people,
yeah.
causes immense chaos, and doesn't
Yeah.
die from that. That's also props to both Relic and Memphis, though. Those guys are just helping him out and doing a really good job covering the slack. But that is definitely.
Ninja, I
the-
would say some pub matches are worse than others, but you can certainly find some reasonable games still.
I told you to leave me alone.
Yeah, it's mostly about getting. It's not usually the skill level of specific players. It's like the balance of skill levels on both teams. It's if you get that, your game's not going to be that bad, no matter how good or bad people are. But if it's even, it's fine. The same goes for competitive matches, to be honest with you. We're getting Sea Dog up here. Chaotic might be going from the back. I'm trying to watch him. If he dives down on this thing, he's going to die. No, he's not. Okay, good.
Yeah, he's backing up.
We're just leaving.
Alright, Mini Cooper did hit 7 though, so that is a big buff for that team. And I think they're going to be able to make some good use out of it. Penrose a little low, but Tears again keeping them alive. Alright, I'll try and get some better.
Names are Sul Kamu.
Not sure I understand that mushroom placement on the
Nobody's telling
heal.
me.
Don't go easy on me!
It's on the heal station.
I don't know. Personally, I think it's a statement that Memphis can keep these guys alive without Mushroom. Actually, speaking of... Alright, let's look at the scoreboard right
enough.
now. So we got 7 to 16. 7 to 16. It's interesting,
Raider Maker!
some of the gear choices on both teams. Penrose just narrowly getting out of that. Good work. Good ult by her though. That was
So
really
Joe
good.
Pope might not be going.
Yeah, they got a
for it
lot of
this
people
weekend.
low there. They're gonna have to see what they're gonna do. I mean, if they collapse right here, like if Atticus doesn't hold up his hook, if he pounces in and decimates either Navy or Memphis, they got this. Because they're gonna
Yeah,
be
well,
able
they're
to
definitely
definitely
gonna
work
have
out
to
the
act soon. If
Penrose
they
damage.
keep turtling back and nothing gets done, then
Because they
they're
have a
definitely gonna
comp
lose here, only 4
where it
minutes left.
requires them to go in. They can't be the guys receiving the dive.
Slumber.
And they are.
Mhm.
And I think that's the problem for them. Like, pounce, pounce, pounce.
Still about
Alright.
4 minutes to go, but right now, Oscar Mike's still a couple levels away from those space lasers. So if they have to make that late push, you'd really like to see
Yeah,
him.
you
See
can
that guy
definitely
go
get...
here?
Wow! Wow, really good escape on that point. Yeah, that man was...
Magic!
Yes, he cannot insta-win the game now, but 4 damage
Mhm.
is only 4 damage. So if that Mike gets left alone for 30 seconds, he can still make that happen. Atticus immediately
the
taken out
reward
of
for
his ult.
winning
I don't think he
Ninja
got a slam.
is pride.
Well, now Mini counting and
It's
that
just
was
pride and then statements.
Big.
too.
Mini's making a big play here. Mini gets
Mini
2 kills.
is making a good play, man. First time in the game. Good work on him.
There he
though.
goes, yeah. You get that Addy to 7 and things change.
Yeah, but that's definitely Joe Pope getting a double
We're seeing
too.
almost
Yeah,
a
man,
full
this might be the
team wipe.
counter push. Zig, buddy, don't stay there and fight him.
Oh,
He might
boy.
kill you if he stuns you. Okay. His sentry's going down. What a comeback. What a comeback. Good work. Both of
Yeah,
the teams getting
we're gonna have to
Also,
doubles.
see
this
the
one
team
looked kinda
regroup
dead
real
in the
quickly,
water,
or this
but,
could go bad.
Turn stable.
Yeah, they're
sorry.
still.
Yeah, this has turned really quickly.
As hard as you can.
It's about as quickly as you would expect this team to be able to turn it, though. Yeah, their sentry shield's down. Yeah, they're gonna win this. Good work, guys. Definitely a fantastic comeback, but it's a testament that,
And that
it
is
really
what you look
doesn't.
for with an Atticus, is you just look for that late game, that big play.
It's just interesting because I mean it's pretty much I didn't think it would be possible for somebody to be so useless within the middle of the game, but just come back with such a strength at the end of it. I think that was an exceptional play on that play. But in the same vein, you got to pay attention to the mistakes that both teams.
Yeah, if you're not
make. There could
careful,
be more
one team can turn the whole game around, and that's what just happened.
Absolutely, I think that was great play on both parts. You know, we gave him a hard time, but why is somebody deleting your chat, Ninja?
I think it auto deletes if you say too many messages in a row like that.
Yeah, it's Netbot.
It didn't immediately. Yeah, maybe.
I was just telling him to stop spamming caps.
So Midnight Meat Train is now down 0-2. Meaning
Yeah,
they've got to win all
definitely
three.
difficult because they went in that first game without their full team, and I think they shouldn't have done that because that previous week when they were set up could have been an option for them to play, but you know, there were some
Yeah.
obvious internal difficulties on one side, and they didn't. And I think that's very disappointing. But yeah, you can see the exceptional play here, though. Penrose's dealing a ridiculous amount of damage, and Chaotic not too far behind. But I think one team just couldn't keep up that sentry poke, and the other team didn't even need to. They just got that damage because Mike is Mike, and to a point it doesn't friggin' matter how bad the game's going if
Yeah.
you have a Mike. It's
So yeah,
just
now that
depressing.
they're down 2, that's definitely not looking too good for them. Although I fully expect them to be capable of making it back, but it's definitely gonna be hard from here.
Yeah, I think the thing they got to
They can do it, but we saw right there. They're just so aggressive that it makes huge plays for them, and it can really hurt them sometimes. And so to see them win 3 in a row is going to be tough with how volatile they can be at times.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be pretty hectic. I think they can do it. I mean, that team pulled that win out of their ass. I think that Sea Dog's team can do that and better. They just got to make sure they get that poke on, and I think that's what they're missing. Like Navy, the absolute player destroyer, just got to pay attention to Sentry. I think they got it. But I'd say definitely good play from both sides.
So you got to imagine now, up 2-0, both games, Mini Cooper playing that Atticus, you got to imagine they're going to go to it again.
I
So,
apologize. I
interesting
DDoS
to
Mini
see.
Cooper out of frustration. So we are.
There it goes.
So
Yeah,
we're
that Dame-
continuing this next week, obviously, right?
Oh yeah, next week we're taking another 2-week break, boys.
Oh, wait, I just lost connection to the host. Are we actually?
We're taking another.
Don't tell me they're actually doing that. Oh God.
I guess we're taking a 2-week break, boys. I think it's difficult to accept that, but it's the truth.
Is it the truth?
I have literally no idea what's going on, actually, Spaghetti.
Okay.
I really hope that they're not saving another game for later. Like, jeez.
Save it for later. You know, it's how this team is doing it. It's just that they're playing on odds ends, and I mean, winning their first game
Both
and
teams
leaving
still
because they
with
can't
5
do
in their
2 in a row.
parties, so I'm gonna say we're gonna get a game 3 here.
I hope so.
Yeah, they're like the opposite of our team. They always win game 1, so they're just making every game 1.
Can't argue with that logic.
No, that is absolutely flawless logic. You know, you can't lose a game 1 if you only have the game 1. I'll invite you casters to the party. Or, Spaghetti, don't join. I want you to basketball.
Wasn't planning on it. You don't even have Battleborn open on my TV.
So we're taking a small break here. Water break, piss break, touch yourself break, all of the things. Cry in a corner break for, I'm sure, both teams, actually. Now, let's look at those brilliant stats again. Paranor's hitting level 10 with a crush and 91 minion kills. Let's see. Strong healing on both sides. Zig, obviously the best healer. It's very interesting that you see the pieces of gear of surviving after 180 seconds very prevalent on Victoria's Secrets, especially for characters that don't survive for 180 seconds for an extremely large majority of the game. I'm almost positive Atticus had that activated twice, and Joe Pope a few times too. He did die a fair bit less, but Tyr's obviously making great use of that piece of gear. Less cost and same benefit for her. Sea-Duck's team actually doing a lot more on the buildable side. Probably because they controlled mid for a bit longer, but really only a 4K shard difference, which is a bit, but it's not that many buildables big, so pay attention to that. Ninja Wave, don't be scared.
To the damage and healing numbers.
Spaghetti.
Yeah, there we go. That's the good stuff. Let's see.
Tyr's taking a shocking only 17k damage. That's definitely noticeable when you play. Oh, Sea-Dog wants me to
You know,
host,
she
but I'm
does
gonna
a tremendous
DDoS
job
everybody.
staying
Wait a
alive.
minute, guys. We can't allow me to host. I got my lead hacking skills, boys. Sea-Dog wants me to host the game. Yeah, pubs are definitely a good way to do that, and you seem like a personable person, so you know, just talk to people over here. You see all these names up. Nobody will not want to play with you. And pubs, just talk to them. It's the best way to make friends and best way to get back into the game and get better at it.
If you see a Montana flying all the way across the map on monuments, that's probably me doing dumb meme stuff. So ignore that.
Alpha is, I don't know if he's the master of memes, but he's quite a meme connoisseur, so. One more to the player base. Yes, everyone counts. Everyone counts.
Now we have a player base about like 13. That's pretty good. Got the 12 people here, and we've got that guy.
Hey, we're not counting. We gotta count Spaghetti. 14 players.
14, yes, thank you.
Spaghetti. No, he's watching basketball. He's kicking
He's
out.
immediately
I'm
taken out of
here
the
in
player base
spirit.
now. Any people who watch Alpha, could you switch over?
I'm switching over. They didn't
We
even
don't get
switch
to
over
pick.
yet. Leave me alone.
No, you speed it up, Mr.
Yeah,
Observer.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Okay, they haven't even gotten there. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Yeah, a hell of a lot better than Lawbreakers. This game actually didn't have that bad of a launch, contrary to popular belief. That the problem with this game is that it died within an extremely short amount of time. Lawbreakers launched with like literally 2k players. It was super depressing. And now has a there aren't enough people playing to start lobbies. It's very depressing.
Reapers, you
I'm
don't
pretty
count.
sure that, although to be
Sorry,
honest with you,
you just don't count as the player base.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Reapers, you're not. Reapers, you don't play this game anymore. And I haven't seen Nox in years, but yeah, Lawbreaker's quite depressing. Very sad. All right, I think we're ready, boys. Maybe we were ready to go a little while ago. I was looking at the chat. Yeah, that is just a very interesting game there. That shows that Chaotic Mini Cooper Penrose's team are able to stay turtled, get decimated up until the last 2 minutes of the game, come back and win. And to be honest with you, the win is all that matters. No matter how depressing the rest of that 28 minutes is, that win is the win, and that's what they're looking for here. And I think
I've
that's
always been a
something that
big fan
C-Duck
of the
has to
turtle
realize.
strategy.
Wonder if
You know,
they change
people
up
love
their
the
bans
dive.
here.
I've
Maybe
always been
throw in
all
a
in on the
Phoebe ban
turtle.
or something.
Oh, there's a difference between that type of turtle and the other type of turtle. There's that turtle where you're getting pushed back and getting destroyed versus the turtle of you just don't die in turtle. And then there's the dive that Sea-Dog has perfected for sure. Time for bans. I am predicting the same exact bans for Mini Cooper's team. Could be wrong, but there's definitely going to be a Benedict ban. Oh, and for the viewers who don't know why there's a Benedict
I feel
ban,
like they
it's
might
because
change
if any
to a Phoebe ban, but who knows?
Possibly. That Phoebe was devastating that game. I think Sea-Dog did a very good job. I think getting rid of the Arendi is definitely good. But I wouldn't say that the Arendi was the big player in that game. I'd say it's the Oscar Mike. Because that man, no matter what you do, if he gets time on Sentry, that Sentry's dying. Okay. Who banned Kelvin? Did anybody ban Kelvin last game?
Yes, Sea-Dog's team banned Calvin last game.
Hey, they forced
They're
him into the
leaving
Kelvin ban,
Gallia.
though, because Relic is actually a really good Kelvin. We found that out pretty hard. We just had never seen him before, and they were practicing, and he can do some definitely good work. But now that
found a
means
team
that
comp
they
that
have
can
Gal.
work with it, for sure.
They should be picking Gal. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Ninja, a very interesting idea, but they did that to get Gal, and as you may not know, Sea-Dog is one of the best Gals there is, not just for his stuns, or definitely not for damage, but for the amount of harassment and plays that he can make just with his own body by being in there, that he's able to force teams out of lane and able to force himself into crazy situations that the other team has to deal with. Thorn is definitely top 3 damage, but she isn't the type of damage that can solo a Sentry in 30 seconds.
I feel like when it comes to Mini Cooper's team, the Thorn is one of the best DPSs that they have on the team. They have Penrose playing him, I believe. I think that's one of their better DPSs at least, so the ban kind of makes sense. Something like that.
Yeah, plus she's really hard to kill, that even if she's not putting in the most amount of damage, once she hits level 7, or even to an extent level 3, it's hard to pin her down, even with diver characters. Like, you can't get her as easy with Phoebe or Atticus, and especially not Eldragon. Well, she used to be a hell of a
Gal
lot
was a
worse.
mess day one.
So she was a mess,
They've
then she was
reworked
a
her
mess,
little bit since.
then she was actually not that much of a mess, she just had a lot of CC chain, and then now
They're
she's
picking,
just a CC bot, which has
Lonnie
less
pretty
CC.
early over Miko. That's
She doesn't deal much damage anymore. I still like trying to play her as damage, and it sometimes works.
So Galt just slipping through there.
To be honest, I had no idea
Sure.
Galt was still up,
Yeah, I kind of lost track of him too there.
because I can't see the
something.
characters. It's nonsense.
Yeah.
I don't like that I can't. She's been beaten to the ground for a lot, but her wound is really powerful. Her stun, her like instant reaction stun is always really good. Sea-Dog's team going with the Alani, and Tears' team's going with Mika. So Tears, still the exceptional healer that she is, she does have to stay a lot closer playing that Miko. So that means she could be a lot more susceptible to those Gal stuns and those Wrath knockups. So that's something they gotta pay attention to. I'm actually curious who's playing what right now, because Zig is usually their Isaac player and usually their Wrath player. I think Relic might be switching over and doing Wrath.
I feel like
he-
Navy
know-
could probably play.
Yeah,
the
you'll see him
Isaac or
on one of
something
those,
like that.
too.
Or Navy's probably
Navy's
on whiskey,
playing-
actually.
Navy will take
Navy's
the
on
whiskey,
whiskey.
I think.
Navy's on whiskey. Anything that shoots Navy can do, and Navy does it well. So, Definitely changed the strategy for both teams since last game. One of the teams is relying on those pulse and heavy damage, and the other team is relying on just a pretty hefty amount of CC. So we're gonna have to see which one wins. One of those teams with has the Oscar Mike, so that's a pretty immediate advantage. Ninjas. So Isaac is. Wow, that is not a comp that you want to play Isaac into. Okay, that is an interesting. Yeah, you're right. Wow.
Shane does
See-
not get. Well, Shane gets picked when like tanks are banned. She's kind of a last.
Shane is
Tough
an
to say.
interesting position. Some teams can make pretty good use out of him. There are a few good players of Shane, like there are a few that come to mind, but she's hard to play because her damage isn't super good there. She's really good for diving, because she can cloak in and kind of get in there a little bit scot-free. But she's also massive. She's wider than Montana and taller than him too. So she'll take a extreme amount of damage. And not a lot of it's health, so it's hard to get her up all the time, and it's just hard to keep her safe. But she's there. She's just not picked above a whole bunch of the other things. Boulder made it through his draft again, which isn't that unbelievable, but it is something that happened. Oops.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense though. I mean I don't know that I would.
Now
necessarily
I'm
want
curious,
Boulder
what
on
I would
either
be
of these
doing here
teams.
is if I was friggin' Isaac right now, I'd be picking whoops of daisies and throwing those things in lane to stop the hell out of those pulls. But we'll have to see what Zig picks. I don't think he's about that life.
Although on the other side of it though, Ernest will take those wards down pretty instantly.
He'll take him down instantly anyways, to be honest with you.
Well, right. I mean, yeah. So you might as well. I mean, I learned the hard way in our match a few weeks
The
ago.
only
I think
benefit
it was
that you
Manly
get
on the
from
Ernest. He just
but still though,
annihilates your wards.
if you place your wards on the ground, no matter
Floyd
what
or
gets shot
Victoria's
at it,
Secret
it'll
took the
reflect
win.
double the things.
Victoria's Secret
Okay,
up
so
2-0.
Ernest has picked a knockback on his explosives at 1. So definitely gonna be seeing people getting knocked around.
We might as well like look at some of the stuff while we're just waiting for the game to start. Big hook.
Mike's
Super
still
slow.
not picking sneak attack.
We got that shield
Sorry,
trick.
Penrose playing Mike now.
Waveform smash for Relic. Yeah, maybe. C-Dog go in the wound at 1. That is an interesting decision considering he is their only stun, and they have Isaac and Whiskey for heavy wounds. Definitely interesting decision, but if he's what he's most comfortable with, I'm not going to hold it against him.
Looks like they're really trying to get this Montana killed now.
Wow, Jesus Christ, don't
He's going
force
up
it.
in the
Okay,
bubble.
maybe do force it. Good work, Navy. Oh my god!
Oh,
Two
yeah,
early
I
things,
see
guys. I think we can
Wow,
zig
that
out of
is
this
aggressive.
safely, guys. Jesus. Maybe not.
Backups arrive!
Wait a minute. Pulls down. Why am I calling that? I apologize. I play. I'm sorry. All right. So yeah,
Full stop.
I'm at least 40% of the communication that's on my team, so I gotta call those things. And I'll probably call it again at least a couple more times. So. By the way, we are continuing the drinking game of anytime Galt hits a minion with his hook or pulls one in, you shoot yourself in the foot.
Got it.
It's a very extreme drinking game.
There's no drinking involved. We just call it a drinking one.
There's a fun bug, I don't know if it was ever fixed. It's not fun if you're the Galt, but if you pull an Isaac with his wards up, sometimes you'll just get stuck in a hook animation. We'll see if we get one of those today.
Galley getting pulled in.
When Ernest was first released, he had his passive was changed to if you direct hit one thing, that direct hit damage is applied to everything in the radius. They changed that over, so you'll deal more direct hit damage now, but it'll only be to the thing that you hit. Mini Cooper's pushing in. They should be glad. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Slow start. We got Tears and Penrose both at level 2. Same with Memphis and Navy. Any interesting gear choices are Alpha? Why didn't that hear
I'm looking
heal
at it.
Zig? Do they have any wounds on that team? They didn't heal Zig. That was weird.
I guess Mini Cooper took a free reload, so it has plus CC duration on it. Not exactly sure why you'd want that.
That is a
but,
heal geyser, right?
Yeah, it just isn't healing them.
Okay. You know, it did not heal anything on that one.
It healed Memphis though. It healed Memphis. But yeah, no, he got cheated out of that. That feels bad, man.
Yeah, that was strange. Okay, yep, definitely a heal.
They stopped working on Battleborn for a couple reasons. The first one is that the game's dead. The second reason is
Yeah,
that
Mini
nobody
and
plays it.
Penrose
And the
both
third
have,
reason that it brings in no money. So,
Mini and Penrose both wearing a free reload with plus CC duration.
isn't the other benefit
I
for
don't know
getting
why. I don't know.
plus
I think
shield
that's like
recharge delay?
Yeah, it's like a second of shield recharge delay, which is no big deal.
Why would you
I
run
guess
negative
plus
sh-
CC duration is
Isn't
just the
negative
meta.
CC duration
I
like
don't know.
14%?
It's the meta
So
now.
like that's like an
It's
extra.
not that big, but it still can be bad if you're getting stunned.
Yeah,
you're
but for a
slow
second
with,
on a
no long
stun, that's
period
an
of time.
extra. That's an extra 0.3 seconds, which isn't like crazy, but it's an extra 0.3 seconds that you're not able to move.
Yeah, I'd pretty happily pay an extra 420 shards to not have that be a thing.
Yeah, or the
Or
free
you
one
run
with,
the one with minus friggin' get Mini here. There you
Right.
go, guys.
But like
Good
that's
work, guys.
assuming you don't have it.
Are you taunting him? Navy, not with a taunt. Navy's basically throwing.
Penrose
Sea-Dog going
taking
down
out.
though.
Sea-Dog.
I think down 2-0, you know, Navy might be playing it a little safer.
Prettier, too.
Which is good to see, I guess. They're pushing in here. Memphis might want to get out, buddy. Overall, I think these games would have been a lot different if we just played them all on the same day, which... something, I guess. Because, you know, you also get to learn in the moment from what's been changing, and they can't do that if they have the
Right.
wrong player loadout, and... when was the last match? 2 weeks ago?
Something like that. Which,
Like,
to be
what are you
fair, it
gonna
was
learn
delayed a
from that?
week through no fault of either team because of, you know, the server issues.
Yeah, but the reason we didn't play this 3 weeks ago is because it was a
Right.
fault of the team. So that was before the server issues.
Right,
Then
right.
we got it delayed this far because Joyce. Mini Cooper just chilling up there as Galt question mark. Is it?
Malox, what do you mean by the status? It's 2-0 Victoria's Secret, if that's what you're referring to.
Yep, they lost the
Mike
game
just
2
melting
weeks ago, and
stuff
they
with
lost
a
it
boost from
now.
the Earnest Egg.
Yeah, that's gonna be it's terrifying. Mike on his own is
Yeah,
enough.
Mike on his own is
cancer.
disgusting. Already, yeah.
Pulls down on
Yeah, I mean,
Navy.
A Mike versus an
That's
Isaac,
stuck.
so a lot of, you know, late game desperation potential both sides.
Killing everyone.
One of them's a lot of sentry damage. The other one's a lot of sentry damage and the ability to do it by yourself.
Did Ernest take slow egg? Because
Because
all of his teammates benefit from, you know, reload egg if he didn't.
No, he didn't. He did take the reload egg.
He didn't. Interesting. Not
It
a
definitely
decision I
helps our
personally agree
melees
with,
out.
but I totally see the benefit with this comp.
I can see that.
So, I mean,
making
attack
Moss
egg
and
with
Mike
this comp
disgusting.
is, yeah. And not just Mike, I mean the Galt, the Monty.
Yeah,
Did
basically.
he take attack or
everything.
reload?
He took reload.
Yeah, I definitely say that's a good decision.
Subject nullified.
Ooh, spooky wall view. Look,
I mean, with the Monty, with the, you know, the Miko, you've got plenty of slows. I can understand that decision.
Greetings, Wayfarer. Ready yourself for death.
yeah, I definitely agree. I think that's probably one of the best decisions they can make there, but
Oscar Mike.
still a deficit of not having that perma slow on that slow egg. The best part of the slow egg though is like putting it in a spot where you're incapable of jumping up on that little ledge part.
Yeah.
That part is super scary.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter that it's slowing people, it matters that you're cutting off the entire team from that area besides like a wrath. I'll get out of this feeling, sorry. Yeah, they're all just chilling in that damn egg though. Egg died. What? Where'd the egg go?
It's still in there. Oh, I'm on it.
Let's see that.
You're on a delay. Montana picked knock up. That is something. That Geyser didn't knock up Montana. That's
So Monty's
like basically
gonna go
hacking.
here.
Alright,
Yeah,
whoever's
Seahawks might also
hosting this
go here
game
as
is
well.
definitely DDoSing everyone. Wait a minute, that's me. Navy, get some health. Oh god. Nice escape. Nice knock up too. Why did that knock up Penrose? I don't understand what's going on with these knock ups this game. Nothing makes sense.
So with Monty choosing knockup, I get the benefit there with a Galt. I mean, because depending on the angle he pulls, a lot of times you
Yeah,
can't
but now
follow
their
up.
only stun is Miko.
Oh, I'm not saying I necessarily agree with the decision, but I do
There
get
goes
where
yours.
it comes from. It's a much more reliable follow-up for a Galt.
Feel it. I'm attaining enlightenment.
But you also got oh, pull that minion. That was sad. You gotta also pay attention to that Gal still has that issue where she'll be able to hold her shield up as soon as she gets knocked up. So to be honest with you, that knock up does not hurt her much at all.
The LLC deeply regrets.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
both
don't
teams
think
are just
Gal
still
is
in peace.
necessarily your ideal pull target, though.
Yes, you're correct, Spaghetti. I guess.
But it is, of course, your easiest pull target.
Alpha update on the Helixes. Relic hopefully picking Crimson Fastness. Swiftness or something. I don't know. It's the retarded one. C-Dog
Looking for
getting pulled in
anything.
there with a big bot and a throw. That Montana didn't knock up C-Dog. That's weird. I just didn't. Something's going on. These poor bastards.
Last words recorded.
Ninja, I don't believe that was ever in the plans.
No, that's
What did Ernest take it
that's a
three?
misconception. Everybody assumes that
What
that's
did
gonna
Ernest take
happen.
at 3? He took the damage reduction.
See, that's almost always the right pick, but I'm not entirely sure what
Sentries.
damage reduction helps him
Sentries,
on.
Rouse
Sentries.
secondary attack. Galileo's
Okay.
main attack. Zig's ultimate. Navy's nades.
Oh, it
Geysers,
counts
I
for as his
guess.
ultimate.
Yeah, counts as AoE.
Okay.
Not his little shooty guns things, but his
No, I got you.
his overcharge.
Yeah.
Needed some electrolyte.
Yeah, there's almost always a multitude of things you're blocking.
I mean,
with
I just
damage
pick a
reduction. It's
default
very
because
good.
Sentry. I mean, only
Yeah,
taking
even just the
180
Sentry.
shots from the
Mhm.
Sentry is just, it's really good.
Safe to assume Miko took the stun?
I'll go take a look at that. Yeah, he took the stuff.
Surprise Spore. Put it by the egg, and when they go and try and take it out with their melee characters, they get slowed and then bamboozled and they die.
The new meta.
No, you set them up like you would Galt traps, where you just lay them where the Galt's gonna pull. That's what I do. I think I'm staying inside of Montana point of view. They weren't gonna make a second season of characters, Ninja, but they were going to update all the maps, and they backed out of that and kind of screwed us all, to be honest with you, because there a lot of we only play Overgrowth because Overgrowth is the only map where there's not like pretty massive problems with it. Like on Echelon, you can hit the second century from a location before the first one.
Apparently my battery died, I am back.
We missed you, Spaghetti.
Yes.
That's something that's very sad. And they left us with some questionable changes to a massive part of the character cast. A lot of people were left in a pretty bad spot, and a lot of people were buffed pretty ridiculously. Like, oh, nice knock in by the Ernest there. That's why I'm watching this, man. Couldn't quite get him, but definitely a nice follow-up.
Alright, good hustle. Love that effort.
That reload is ridiculous, man.
Shrapnel mine arm.
That is going to be impossible to deal with late game if an Ernest and Mike survive together against that Sentry. I don't personally see any conceivable
Not to mention,
reason.
once Monty hits level 6, I mean,
That's kind of
Bad egg is
yeah.
good.
Yeah, this is scary overall, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
But
that could be very.
I don't think it's impossible because Zig, I could say,
Mike
is a
going for
very
an
good
ult?
player. Although Mike now has his ult before anybody else has theirs.
Memphis might be in a bad
Not
spot.
many, you'll hit somebody eventually, buddy. Almost. Oh, you'll get him with that AoE. Oh, almost. Oh my god, this is cringy. Right, let's switch to somebody else. Sea Dog, you'll get the view now. Or not Sea Dog, Spaghetti, you'll get the view now. Alright, I'll disconnect from people and just check the standard one. Both teams playing definitely pretty defensively here. I think both teams are doing a very good job. I mean, both teams did a pretty good job last game. It's just everybody knew their limits. It's hard to predict things in the beginning. One team knew that they were going to get squashed and just played the end real hard, and they did. And that's what counts.
I've definitely seen Oscar here with a disgusting amount of like fire rate and damage, but he doesn't
It's
seem to actually
depressing.
be.
It's so depressing.
He doesn't
Why?
actually, he's
damage
actually
has he
missing
put
a
out
lot
so
of his
far?
shots, though. I've seen him miss a lot of shots on enemy players he's trying to aim for it. So it's not too bad yet, but it could be really bad later, especially as he starts scaling.
That reload is
Nasty.
absurd. Oh my god, we're spectating this man for the rest of the game. He's just instant reloading, basically. He's not aiming at anything, though. He's just kind of shooting, so I wonder if that has to... I'm sorry.
Game 1
I
and
don't know why
game
you're not
2
calling
have
everything
gone
it.
to
That's your
Victoria's
thing.
Secret.
Just call everything an it.
I had to go to a lot of therapy to stop doing that, Alpha. Shut up.
Oh, okay.
People got real concerned. Anyways, the game is going very interesting so far. Isaac just murdered Montana in cold blood, and they're pushing in. Pull is done. I'm sorry.
And drink.
At least we know the poll is down.
I mean, yeah, don't drink whenever I say something stupid or cringy, otherwise you'd be dead before the
You'd be
game
dead.
starts.
Yeah. Be over. Galleon, they're fairly deep, but not deep enough for her.
Mortality confirmed.
Really? Oh god, I thought he was gonna leave. Good collapse on that team. Joe Pope with the counter collapse on Navy, though. Navy
there
just
they go.
kind of...
Guys are
Navy just
Dude, I'm
chilling
just
in
getting
the
on this
back,
sector.
getting nuked. I'm gonna watch that back and see what happened to Navy, to be honest with you. Oh, it's just Joe getting some wall nades on him. Good work, Joe. That was some good play.
embrace the endless horizon.
I'm pretty sure Chaotic is picking the health regen at level 5 with that character, not for any other reason except to not get yelled at Mini Cooper. By Mini Cooper.
Yep, he's taking
Because you know
health
Montana is tank, and if he does anything else, you're throwing.
Or dumber.
Kind of a shame with the Ernest Egg being in attack mode the whole game. You'd love to be able to play with them. What did he took
yeah,
out 1
that's
the
absolutely
accuracy?
true. Yeah, he took accuracy at 1 at least.
Okay.
That's why I'm
is
memeing
fine,
about
but, like,
spaghetti.
Oh no, I know. I'm just
He didn't
saying,
take the
like,
accuracy at 5, which I definitely don't
yeah.
agree with. Not doing that. Oh,
I mean,
jeez.
The only time,
situationally,
the
I'm
only
okay with
time
it.
where
Alani
I'll-
just got
that-
launched.
wow,
With a
if I
Miko,
don't-
you don't need it.
Yeah, if you have a Miko, you never pick it. But if I'm running like Kid Ultra, I'll pick it because you know you're not gonna be able to get that much lane healing, and you the little extra benefit that you get from it is very nice. I think personally.
I mean, I'll also
going through
consider it if the other
basics.
team has a ton of wounds, or I'm just generally getting the shit kicked out of me. But,
Or I'm bad at the game. That works too.
Yeah.
So you're not going with health regen, not his classic.
I saw the
ration
wound
increase.
on Isaac. Did Ernest also take it?
Yeah, you know what? I'll just go through helixes. These are fun. Yeah, that thing's a wound.
Yeah, Ernest taking the wound.
Traps ready.
Memphis almost level 6. That's a very big boost, I think, for Alani. Very underrated
Does
boost,
it
in
look
my
like
opinion.
Miko has a glitch beam to you as well? Because I'm seeing him with the
Let's chill. Let's check.
2 beams out, and sometimes it looks dumb. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's
So
got a glitch beam
that
on Ernest.
means they now know the position of their Miko at all times. Which
Yeah, he's not actually getting healed by it, but it is a little
It's just getting
weird.
connected to Joe though. It's not connected to just the land.
Yeah, no, I've
I
seen
don't
that
know.
before. It's not actually
Yeah.
healing him, obviously, but it's...
No, I know, but that's
Well, oh, Sea Dog.
Sea Dog.
Sea Dog
Oh
goes.
no, Memphis couldn't get a heal off on him in time. That sucks. Mini's down though, so they got 2 for 2s up right now. Oh wait, no, it's just 2 and 1. Never mind.
2 for 1.
That's still good. Isaac is ulting in the tunnel beneath my body. He's getting collapsed on. Don't push out of that, Zig.
Ernest
You can
just
stay in there
pushing
for a
around
little bit
him.
longer. I know, but if he stays in there, he can nuke that Miko.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Zig, dash out, buddy.
And Navy's taking it out from Perch while they're all focusing on him. The more people
Although,
just getting
yeah,
launched
he is doing an
around by
exceptionally good
Ernest.
job
Jeez.
at harassing the people right now. Good work, Zig.
There are
doing
people
it.
just getting launched
Get your ass out of
miles
there,
into
buddy.
the friggin' air by that Ernest all the time.
Yeah.
Really entertaining.
Yeah. There you go. It's a real nice play
That
there
is
by
my
Isaac.
primary hack that I've put on for this game. Increased Earnest Egg launch distance. I hope everybody's okay with that.
Oh, it's on now.
Right now we're 19 minutes into the game and both thralls are still up just for informative purposes. Ninja, I don't know how late that comment is, but if you want to keep up with Battleborn, somebody will always be streaming it, to be honest with you, buddy. And they'll include their audio at the least, and sometimes people. Sea-Dog pushing in here with a ton of low people, but are they going to be able to finish them off? They're going to get chaotic at the very least. Probably, maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not.
No.
I think there was some miscommunication
Oh, he's
right
coming
there,
back, but
which is
they're still not
definitely a
pushing
little
up on him.
sad, because Zig is the damage dealer this time around, and it's not Navy. I think they're going to be able to diversify who's attacking what, because I think Zig is going to put a lot of attention on the sentry more than they did last game. Because once they get somebody down, like the Mike right now, that's standing in a nade, I think they're going to be able to do some good work. Gal got
Sea-Dog going in with the Alani.
massive knock-up on literally every person.
Both barrels blazing.
That's what it was. I thought
Very
it was.
interesting.
Navy got the Oh, Relic's
Yeah,
got to get
that
out.
might have
Don't-
been.
Relic. Oh my
Probably no,
god, that
could have been on
freaking
purpose,
damage!
Actually, that would actually be a really cool play. I'm a Relic skin.
It's the
Yeah,
best
real
meta.
hard, yeah.
Sea-Dog getting pulled in a little bit farther. He cannot stay alive from that Penrose damage, though. Penrose might get shut up by the.
And he gets his ult back
Get
up.
close
So he's
up.
out of there.
Yeah. Good counter collapse on that, but Relic still did die. Oh no!
Oh, Sea-Dog getting pulled again.
Nice pull by Mini Cooper.
Mike's
there.
just gonna eat him up.
Yeah, so little. Oh, nice.
But he's not
Saved
pushing out
by
for
the
it.
Earnest.
I don't agree with that. I think he should have pushed out for it. Now he's getting stunned, knocked up.
Oh!
He's getting deleted.
Jesus Christ, that Thrall knock up into that Isaac ult was devastating. Joe Pope just got triple slowed. He's gonna be low. Or not.
Maybe not.
Because it's damage reduction Earnest.
Series is 2-0 in favor of Victoria's Secret.
Now,
Someone
Come-
happen these.
Let's zoom in on. Oh no! I shouldn't have zoomed in on you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Man, anyone I zoom in on is just has a bad day. Or maybe everybody's having a bad day, and I'm just zooming in on everyone.
and Miko's now
Penrose
got
is
3 beams
Penrose
coming out
is,
of him.
is interestingly still at level 6 with 8 minutes left in the game, and she's AFK, I think. Penrose is AFK. Oh no, Penrose is no longer AFK.
Yeah, she's shooting for players quite a lot. I guess not getting enough minion kills to level up. Not getting
Which
way too many
is
player
good and
kills
bad.
either.
It's bad because late game is going to suffer because it's not going to be like last game where they have level 7 Mike with 15 minutes left in the game.
Attention all morons. Please.
Right.
Memphis going with the attack speed.
Yeah, she'd have to
That's
get a few
something that
kills here if
Tears
she
is
wants to get
definitely
level 10 by the end of the
popularizing, in
game.
my opinion. Tears has been picking that a lot. And she makes super good work out of it because you can heal a lot more people. I like the cooldown personally, but that's my personal opinion. Did he get pulled in there?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Anybody else smell burning?
Reapers, I appreciate you keep calling out the game. That's very helpful for everybody. Relic is playing a little bit out this game.
Release the dog.
Because if he gets pulled in and gets nuked, nobody's coming to save him, to be honest with you. You got a big ass wave here. Sea-Dog is super
Sea-Dog
far out
going
compared to the
in.
rest of his team. Sea-Dog,
He's
I mean, he's
fighting
making
them alone
space
up
right
there.
now, and they're staying back
Just
here.
dodging that.
He's doing classic Sea-Dog stuff here. Look, they're able to push in right now because Sea-Dog's just making a ton of space. Good work, buddy. Although if Mini gets a good pull on him, he's gotten some really good pulls this game. Yeah,
Maybe
nice
getting hooked
pull.
in.
Memphis keeping up with it. Oh, God, get it!
He's still going for it.
I keep
Jeez.
getting.
Oh, they might collapse
They
on
can,
him
I don't think
now,
they can.
though.
I don't think
The
they
ult's
can
gonna
get
have
him.
to
I don't
run
think
out
they can get
now.
him. Miko's. Yeah, but
It's only
Miko
if he
is
keeps
healing
sticking
him.
around after this ult. Oh,
They might be able to
Cooper
get that
getting
mini, though.
melted
Nice.
by Whiskey.
Yeah, I don't think he was
Absolutely
able to see
melted
how
by
much
Whiskey.
damage he was taking there before it was too late.
And they
Sea
might
Dog's
get,
still going
Monty
in,
here.
possibly on
That could
Penrose.
be it
Nut,
if they keep
Montana is
going.
down to Navy with a double. Navy, don't.
That was a real
Yeah,
interesting
Navy.
play by Isaac too, kind of sneaking behind them while they were still in lane.
Sea Dog got a stun on Joe.
Ooh, we're seeing almost a whole team wipe here.
Freaking nice come up.
Penrose
Nice
left.
Navy with
Can
that
definitely get some
split
sentry
triple.
damage in here.
Penrose is just
If
chilling
Isaac's
around
got
there
his
in the
ult
back.
up, Isaac can melt that sentry pretty
He
quick.
He was
He
just
used
using
that
it during
up
that
here.
sequence. That was
Yeah,
a big
which
part of
allowed
why
him to
they
get
were
that
able to
ton of
get
damage.
those.
Well, he's still
Yeah,
gonna
Navy
do a lot of
finished
damage
him.
to
I
the
think
user.
Isaac is. Thanks,
Oh, yeah, no,
PS4
they can
for
still-
giving us
They-
these
they may
great
take the
strats, but
sentry.
Isaac
That was
generates
that was
so much
actually
space.
a really good play by Zigerian right there.
Zig, I think, is one of the most underrated players. I think he puts in so much work with some DPS characters, especially some
And
unexpected
Penrose going
ones.
down.
Who just went? Oh my God! Why did she stay in lane? I didn't see that.
I
I'm
like this
sorry.
view of the back of the tree there.
Shut up,
Good.
Spaghetti. It's an artistic view.
Okay. Artistic, autistic. I mean, what's the difference? Really?
Sentry is going down, boys. Woo! Great game. I mean, practically the same thing that just happened with the last one. You play pretty turtle. I mean, that team actually didn't play that turtle, but you just get that play at the end, man, and it doesn't matter. Just push in there. Like, that team definitely had somewhat less sentry damage, and they made it work with that Isaac and that Whiskey just pumping in there. So I'd say GG on both teams. Mini Cooper getting some really great pulls on that team. And then the rest of his team collapsing on it pretty well. Yeah, I know, shocking that I could say that, Sweetie. I almost threw up in my mouth.
I know, I'm
But
laughing at Zigerian. You know, who
I
doubts
don't
my
think I like the
wasn't
plank
doubting
meme.
it. It was just like it was more impressive than I thought it would. Like it was just very good.
Doubt was
play
not the
there at
word.
the end
Concern was. I was not concerned with your play. I was concerned with what would
was more
happen
the
to you.
comp.
And you literally took like no damage. What are you doing and how? Dude, good work.
Not a lot of
Both
damage
fronts.
taken by the team, just in general.
Not a lot of damage taken for either
It's
team,
actually a
to be
very
honest with you.
surprisingly small amount of damage dealt.
Yeah,
Considering
damage dealt
like, the
versus
comp.
damage taken for both of the teams. Look at that though. That's not that.
That
Let me check the
Oscar
next
Mike number, you expect that to be a lot higher, especially given the earnest tag. Granted, she was doing her work mostly on players rather than minions.
How did Mini Cooper only take 183k and died 8 times? I'm looking at the other stats now and going back to them to see the stats. For Sea-Dog's team, it kind of made sense, the number versus things. That team pumped out a lot of damage because Penrose definitely put a lot of work in on Randy. I didn't think Mini would be able to give that up, but Penrose definitely made it work, I'd say. She did good. Alright, we are on to game 3, boys. Sorry, obviously we can't start it until I hit the button, but I want to check out stats because they're stats. And at the end of our session, I'll go back and check over all of them again.
Yeah, it's maxed and cool. It's a best of 5.
But one of the games was played 2 weeks ago, just so you know, if you're watching
Yes.
the playback.
So while it's 1-1 today, it's 2-1 overall in favor of Victoria's Secret.
I'm out of water.
That's a shame.
I will quickly grab water after I start this.
Reapers, you are a phenomenal mod. Don't doubt yourself. You were born for this. Sticking with the classic Benedict ban.
Completely unpredicted Benedict ban.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what happens with Galt in this game because, Sea Dog's team has shown they're willing to play against it and they're not really
Oh,
interested
Flitter,
in
you're
picking
welcome. To be honest with you, I just used my main one because I didn't know it. And the extra benefit of irritating Mini Cooper was pretty cool. Except his team asked me to not irritate him. I may have been the deciding factor in them winning that first game, and I apologize, Sea Dog's team.
So, I got to imagine Mini Cooper is going to be trying to push to get that Atticus into the comp again. They won their first two with him. So, it'll be interesting with the Galt.
To be honest, I don't think the Atticus had pretty little boon in that game. I think the big boon was comboing Mike and Arendi.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing, but I still think
but
that
I get
they're
what
going to
your
be
point is.
looking to add the Atticus in there.
I get your point. Is because it worked the first time, work it again. First picking
Yeah,
here.
So I'm very curious where the Galt goes in this draft. If it goes. I won't be shocked if it falls through.
Now, my personal suggestion would be pick up the tank here. That's just me. I can't see which characters are up, so I don't actually know who's. I don't have a good visualization. I don't enjoy that they. It's like it's pretty insane that for how low the player base was when they made the Winter update and they added this mode, how extensive it was, and how good it was, to be honest with you. You're just allowed to spectate this and every aspect of the game. It's like a professional esports thing for basically no esports scene. And that was very nice of Gearbox to do that. It's also very nice of Gearbox to make Mike a first pick. Screw your Gearbox. Yeah, Reapers. You'd be shocked.
Taste your tears. You missed a win for both teams. Midnight Meat Train seemed to be in control most of the first game, which is game 2 overall, but I'm just going to call it the first game.
Tears, you missed both of the Thrall spawning. That was cool.
Okay. Victoria's Secret managed to get a late push, and they were able to take down both sentries. Game 2, Midnight Meat Train, it was a lot more back and forth. Midnight Meat Train got the first sentry down. Was able to grab the second one as well.
2 kills within the first, 30 seconds, something like that, for that second game, which is pretty cool. Poor Reaper.
Interesting that Mini Cooper has...
Poor Reaper!
So, the first 2 games here, we saw Midnight Meat Train grab the Wrath. I kind of like Mini Cooper taking it away from them.
Yes.
But the Galt is going to
Also
slip through, and so we'll see if they'll snag him up in their last couple of
Quickity
picks there.
clackety question here. Do we finish that round of... Montana's still up, right? And so is Miko?
Yeah, so I don't like the Alani pick there, as great as Tears is on.
But they're giving Montana Miko to a team that already has Oscar.
Already has a Boulder. And a Mike.
And Boulder.
Yeah.
I don't understand this
fan of that.
logic, because right now they're allowing them to just tank with... Please, guys,
And with
just
Galley
Sea-Dog.
and Kelvin
Sea-Dog, just
Van.
be smart. I'm not allowed to be biased, but thank you. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's,
Huh.
yeah, that's gonna be rough to handle.
If they try and force an Atticus into friggin' this, man, have fun, and good luck. You might be able to dive that Miko, but no way in hell are those 2 tanks letting you dive
Yeah,
that,
no,
because they're
with
able to
Gal
hit you
and
pretty
Kelvin
hard.
and Boulder and Monty on the other side, it's tough to frontline with all of those options off the table.
Definitely. I'm tampering this game, guys.
So there's the Shane, which generally is going to be the next option when you've lost all those other tanks.
Yeah, curious who's playing that, because we've seen some people play very well on that team with Shane. We've also seen some people play very poorly on that team with Shane, and I'm very curious who's going to be playing with it, and see how well they do with it. Okay.
Huh.
Maybe
So
they want a fun final game, 2 for 2. I'm not saying Melko's bad, I'm just saying she makes no sense in this comp.
I mean, I've seen Penrose put out a lot of damage on Melka, more than I've seen
Penrose
from
can
pretty
do
much
it.
anyone.
Penrose can do it,
But-
but I'd say Penrose is also their best Shane option here, to be honest. Spaghetti.
Yeah, and I mean, Galt's just gonna. Yeah, like as they're saying in the chat, Melka just got picked ahead of Galt, which is fascinating to say the least.
I think you mean it's a beautiful day for Battleborn Floater when Galt gets through the.
Okay,
beautiful.
so I hope I'm wrong.
Mini's
Just
playing
looking at these
Shane, that's
comps,
good.
I think this is going to be a massacre. But I hope I'm wrong because this isn't pretty.
Okay, Chaotic is not playing Shane, so that's good. Mini Cooper's playing Shane. Mini Cooper can put in some pretty good work for Shane. I gotta give him some credit. He can make some really good plays with that stealth stun. He'll go unnoticed. Team Skinnergy boys, Isaac, you gonna follow suit? I mean, you're giving up that damage boost.
Sticks, I don't blame you, but come back for Game 5.
I don't know. It's a nice time when you get to see that neither team is capable of playing Galt. I take that
But
back.
it's not.
Actually,
I mean,
both
no,
teams
Mini
have
Cooper
good
played a
Galt
fine
players.
Galt last game, but
Yeah, he did. And Memphis can play a pretty heckin' good Galt, and to an extent, like, so
Yeah.
can
Relican and
Zig. But
Nigerian.
I just don't think to be honest with you, he doesn't really help either of these comps all too well. Like, I mean, maybe it'd help Mini Cooper's team obviously more than it would help Sea Dog's team, but Galt's there. Galt's good, but he also creates he's an overwhelming early game presence, but late game he's just there because everything dies instantly anyways late game, and at that point he's just speeding it up a little bit. Like last night when we were doing some stuff, we figured that out too. Like Galt, crazy early game and caused so many frustration and problems, but late game it's like if he pulls you, it doesn't matter. You'll either get out or you'll insta die, which both of those things happen.
I mean, I'll say this: if Victoria's Secret pulls this off, you got to give those guys a lot of credit for winning with this comp.
Oh, friggin' absolutely. Yeah, no, I'm not putting him
This
down
is
there.
very, very
These guys
far
can
from the
do
meta. We'll see what they can pull off.
I've been rooting for Tears. Definitely rooting for Tears.
She's gonna have her work cut out for her here.
Alright, let's just go around and check stuff again. Because it's fun for the whole family and gives slight motion sickness. Waveform smash. Not Stun Wrath. Chaotic? Literally throwing. Actually, you know what? To be honest with you, Stun Wrath would not be that bad in this comp because to a Shane stun, or that thing standing stationary, you probably get a hefty 4.5 stun off, second stun off. Oh, alright, things are starting. I won't do this anymore. Sorry, guys.
Navy on Mike also not picking sneak attack. There's just no Mike's picking sneak attack today. 3 different Mikes, no sneak attack.
We are
I
not
don't know about that.
holding the name of Tom very well.
It's not just Tom. I'm a fan of sneak attack in general. It's a whole lot of damage. per gun.
Oh, Minnie just pulling Navy out of nowhere. Are they going to be able to pull this? Penrose coming in with that heavy damage. They're going to be able to get him out. They are not. Wow. Good collapse and pull by Mini Cooper. To be honest with you, I don't know if he meant to pull him or not. I think he was just trying
That's a
to
heck
get
of a
that
start.
thing over shield. That was yeah, no, fantastic work, guys. Penrose just chilling
I mean-
with Boulder up there.
They're gonna need some pretty.
Boulder,
flawless
get out.
execution.
They might be able to get it. Might be able to. Penrose can wait. Penrose is playing Thor. Wait. Joe Pope is playing. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I actually didn't even look at that. I'm not familiar with Joe Pope's Malcolm, but we'll see what he can pull off.
I am. It's not Penrose's Milka. It's good Milka, but remember that one time when Penrose was a different name and dealt like 250k Milka damage in a game. It's fancy stuff, man. Sea Dog, I don't think you'll die, but I don't know what you're doing. Joe's just chilling in the back with like 10% health, and he's probably gonna kill by the shock. They're gonna kill Joe? No, they're gonna kill Memphis. What's going on?
Yeah, now Joe's going
This
into
is-
that Monty, and he's letting Joe off again. But
I-
he's
I
getting
don't-
the
I
ace.
think they're going to be able to punish some of the aggression there. And I think
Yeah, but
Cito needs
to be
play a
brutally
little
honest
more.
with you, like Milka is good, and Milka's hard to play. She can cause a lot of chaos, but if you just pay attention to her, she'll die. And they were not paying
Yeah.
attention to her, and she was able to get slows off on literally every single player there because they all clumped up together.
Mhm.
That is bad positioning and paying attention right there, guys. They gotta work at that. Like they cannot take this as a free game. It's only free if they pay attention to what's going on.
You're dead.
Joe Pope hopefully going with our Kamikaze's favorite spike height.
Maybe
at level
shooting
2.
at Milka now. Already got her down to half.
Navy has the accuracy. Navy.
Maybe he's going in for it. I don't know about that.
He realized immediately. I can 100% guarantee.
Oh, now they're
he's just
taking out
gonna-
Chaotic here. Yeah, Chaotic going down.
Yeah,
instantly.
Chaotic definitely got stuck in there pretty hard. Relic will knock up. Actually, that makes a lot of sense with this comp too because they don't have shield characters, and they got that diving.
That's actually
machine.
a very good point by Reapers. Melka has done some damage to Midnight Meat Train in the past. You know, C3 had a phenomenal game.
I'd have to say C3
you know,
is
like a
by
couple
far,
months back.
by far and wide the best Milka in this game because that man
I would
has
agree with
plot
that,
armor
certainly.
up the wazoo. Yeah, you will not see that man get shot at Sentry at all. And
Mini
I don't know
diving
what he
in
does,
on,
but he does it
Nico
so
over
damn
here.
well. Memphis just got pulled. Memphis,
Getting
get your
pushed
ass
in
out of there.
pretty far.
Tanks, help Memphis. Oh my god, Relic, pay attention to Memphis. Relic, ah! He's out. Good collapse though by
And I mean-
Joe Pope and Chaotic and Penrose. Good work, guys.
Early on, we're just seeing a lot better coordination from Victoria's Secret.
Navy got
Maybe
That's what they're going to have to
in here.
do.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, maybe not. Good work on good.
He's
good,
getting
no,
out.
good counter collapse by Sea Dog there. He's watching out for his teammates, and I think that's really good.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm very curious though if Mini Cooper's gonna keep the pull or the stun or not, because in my personal belief is that that pull is much more devastating for getting those people that are just chilling alone than that stun. Because as soon as that stun is there,
On the
as
other
soon as that
hand-
stun is down,
No, I generally agree with you. On the other hand, though, they don't have a stun.
have any? Yeah, exactly.
You know,
No, that's the
it's-
problem with Shane. To be
so
honest with you.
it's- What are Montana's helixes so far?
A Relic, I'm not Relic. Reapers, that's definitely what I'm saying, is that she's just left alone. I gotta pay attention to her.
Alpha, what
Helix
did
checking
Monty
a
go
little
with
bit
at
when
1 and
the
2?
game goes down a little bit.
Taking a look.
What? Wait.
Monty went with dash
How did she move
distance
forward
and
like that?
1-2.
I don't know, whatever, who cares?
What'd you say he took it to?
He went with dash distance and he went with the old 1-2. Knock up.
Knock up.
Hmm.
Yeah, he picked the knock up. No, that's what I was saying before, Spaghetti, is that I think that's going to be super beneficial for their team. Because they're going to be able to knock up that Shane. I literally have no idea why these guys aren't protecting Memphis, though.
I don't know. I mean, on the other hand, you knock up the Melka and it just kind of walks away, whereas you stun it, it dies instantly.
Shane's just going straight in for Monty. Wrath's in there. Oh, jeez.
They are just struggling paying attention to the people that need to. It's like, to be honest with you, Zig is the only one that's
Man,
picking the
that's-
targets right now.
And Cito goes down.
They're,
This could
Gotta
actually
give
end
that
up being a
friggin' props
really
to Mini
quick
Cooper's team.
game. Yeah.
This is not what I was anticipating. Yeah.
I don't know, we've seen But we have seen
Navy's going for the
this
Mini
type
Cooper
of thing,
kill.
these
Mini
types
Cooper
of
goes
things
straight
happen
down,
before.
But Navy still gets
Oops.
pulled in.
We've seen these types of things happen before
Looks like
where
he's good now.
Sea Dog's team loses against comps that they shouldn't because they just don't know how to deal with it. Like, you're seeing that now. The Shane's just walking forward in there and killing Memphis, and they can't do anything about it.
Out of my face, Skinny.
You know, I was about to say I'm very curious what the comms are looking like in that party right now, but then I remembered I can check. They have a screen.
Yeah, Reapers, I realized I'm retarded. I'm paying attention to everything
And
else on the
Melka's
screen, too.
alone in here.
That's why I went to
In here,
check.
low health. Out. She's healed up, and she's out. Probably should be taking her out. Give the chance.
We check the scores. That's going on 6-3 right now.
Didn't know this is a costume party. Sorry.
Navy, again, is it? Navy's not one to attack sentries, though. That's definitely a problem that they're gonna have to deal with this game.
There's
Mini's just
Cooper
going
coming
in
straight
on.
Navy.
Sh- Nice collapse. Oh, Montana didn't get far enough in with this knock-up.
Navy's.
Pay attention to Joe Pope. He's standing right next to you. Okay.
Yeah, Joe Pope's
Their
running
attention's
straight in
split,
here.
but they still got.
And he's
They
been
has
out.
the candy. There's candy on the ground. It's one.
So you mentioned that Navy doesn't hit Sentry a lot, but you know, fortunately that can be balanced out with an Isaac. A Miko Monty duo can even
Very
just
fortunately, yeah.
thing. They've got a lot
again,
of
you
sentry
look
poke.
at that late game comp, then you look at that one. You're looking at Thorn
Yeah.
versus Isaac and Oscar.
Milka's
Mike,
biggest Sentry
and to
asset
an
is that you
extent
can put a
Montana
bleed
when
on
he
it.
hits
But
6.
when you've got a Thorn, you know,
Mm.
it's not really a concern. Hamburger, the series is 2-1 in favor of
No,
Victorious
Spaghetti, you're not allowed to
Secret.
answer. Reapers has to do it.
I've been answering every time, and then Reapers puts the thing, and then it's good. Yeah, there he is.
Spaghetti, how's the basketball going? Good.
The game I was
Boulder
watching
dashed the
ended.
wrong
There's another
direction. He
game
gets
on
pulled.
now.
Boulder, put up your shield at the face of the people.
Where's he going?
Montana, nice with a knock-up and a save. That's what I think the benefit's going to be from that. Good save by Relic there, and I guess a good healing from Memphis too. The hype is on though, boys. This is the deciding factor for one of the teams. And it also means that I'd have to stay up for another 45
coming
minutes
back
if
in.
they win this
Going
one.
on Navy again. Navy just gets right out of there. Mini getting stunned and knocked up.
Mini's just chilling in the back. Are they going to be able to get him? I feel like they should have
Yeah,
put more damage on
save
him.
him.
Oh,
Nope,
nice
I think he's getting
Sig.
him.
Nice
Yeah, that
Sig
was
with
good.
that follow-up stun. He would have walked
Ah,
out
but
of
Sea
there.
Dog goes down as well.
Really? By what?
Henro. Thorn? I don't know.
I mean, obviously by Thorn, but like by how? Is a better question.
Yeah, I don't know.
Memphis is just getting trapped out there. Memphis is, I think, definitely suffering from this type of dive comp.
Come on, hold still.
I don't blame him though. It's hard to keep everybody else up alive against this amount of damage and keep himself up when they dive him.
Yeah, Mini's team playing super aggressively. I really think Sea Dog's team
Oh yeah,
needs
much
to
different than
punish
they
that a
have in the
bit.
past. That definitely are
but they're not
rollers.
doing a good job at not doing a good job at dealing with that.
Yeah, it's very interesting because Sea-Duck's team is the masters of being aggressive, and when the other team's being aggressive towards them, it's interesting.
I feel
how
like
difficult they have it.
I feel like
Sometime
they
yeah.
would have probably done better with a comp like if they could give another person a boulder instead of Sea Dog and get another dive in there over the Isaac. That might have made their better for how they play, but yeah, they're definitely not using this comp very well.
I think their attention's just too.
So it
split.
is a stun.
Relic
for
is just
Kane.
not. It is? Okay, so they can push up a little bit
Yep.
farther. I don't think that's. I think that stun's gonna be. It's a necessity for them to have it. I just don't think it's gonna be as deadly.
Well, I mean, against a boulder though, you know that pull's not really getting you anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. I agree, but I guess Mini Cooper has been putting in pretty good work against Navy and Memphis, though, with those, especially Memphis. He's just been suffering from those pulls. Alright, let's do some, I guess, some helix checking.
You gotta deal with it.
Course the bleed. Stun for Mikos. Obviously stun for Isaac. Navy is at 5. That's something to pay attention to.
All units, be advised, airstrikes are badass.
Oh, my mic not close enough to me?
Ooh.
Sorry.
We're making a play on Alani. Alani goes down. Mike helps doing some damage here. See Wrath or Mini or all of them going.
Mini, wow, Joe is also low. Let's see if they
That's
keep
a huge play
pursuing these guys.
Yeah, there goes Joe.
Zig with these friggin' ults, man. He is making so many
Yeah.
plays with these Isaac ults these past few
Huge
games.
play. Yeah, he should be putting that damage in the center now, and yeah, that turned around really quickly there.
Wow.
There you go.
PS4
that's kind of been
with
the
the
theme of
strongest
these
of
games so
metas
far, is just,
with Isaac.
Just real rapid
I'm not
shifts
even
these
saying that
days.
sarcastically. Like, Isaac is, I've always thought a lot better than he's usually portrayed.
See,
And we're
Dr.
seeing
Justin
him a
is
lot
Thorn
more in
here.
these seasons.
Thorn.
Oh, wow! Nice.
I think Thorn went off to build a shock turret or something. He went over there for no reason. Could have just ran straight out.
Yeah, but he
went
was
to the
only
side
he was
there.
at like 60% health when he was at like 60% health when she did that. So it's just
Yeah.
Montana's kind of just they're trying to get the bot down here, I guess. But I don't know why they all backed up to do that. I felt like they lost a lot of footing there.
Sea Dog rushing in on Alani over here, but now he's getting collapsed on.
Holy crap, I love
Thorn's back
The
up.
Mike
Next
ult,
time they
that's a
get
good
him
Mike
down,
ult.
you'd like to see them get some sentry poke.
Oh yeah, that Mike ult's taking
Ooh,
that.
Mike ult
Velka
taken
there,
out.
and Zig with a good stun as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was a really good play to save.
Oh wow, that's done.
Sea
Yeah,
Dog there.
yeah, Zig killing it these couple of games.
siege mode activated.
Mhm.
Please scream your last words for posterity.
Definitely showing how good Isaac
Zig-
could be. Definitely an underrated pick for sure.
Yeah, when you got 2 heavy sentry damage dealers like this, man,
They're
it's
just
just hard.
blasting that sentry field.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could see that sentry go down real quickly
boun-
here. if they don't
bouncy
find a way
Isaac
to
over
push
there,
out.
boys. Oh, whoops. Let's see what Navy does, actually. I'm going to spectate him. I think Navy's going in that spot. That sentry won't register that he's there. Nope, he's actually attacking
Mhm.
players from that spot. Never mind. No, okay, now he's on sentry.
There, now he's on sentry. Yeah, he's gonna be doing some real heavy damage. Sentry will go down. Real
That's
fucking
vintage
quickly here.
Navy right there.
Yeah, they're starting to push out in lane, but Mini Cooper's
Yeah,
taking a lot
Brewster
of
Zig,
damage.
Zig definitely the MVP right now through these couple of games.
Absolutely, it shows that a good Isaac can be definitely good.
Mike's still putting
No,
big
I always,
damage on
I
the
always thought
sentry,
that team
though,
maybe
while they're
lacked a
all,
good Isaac, but it proves that
trying to fight him back in lane.
Zig by far beats anybody else that could be playing him.
And Joe Pope getting on sentry as well. Yeah, they could easily.
Joe
take
is
sentry
just
here.
he's just playing with the Isaac
Yeah,
over
Joe's
here,
just
and
trying
Isaac's
to get
just
this
saying
Isaac.
nah and just beating the hell
So-
out of the sentry. Good on him. Yeah,
And there
Zig.
goes the sentry.
Woo!
Yeah, there they go.
Victory
They-
death
Man.
there, buddy.
Yeah, they were doing a little bit
That's-
shaky at the start, but they got their footing and they got that nice wipe there with the Zig. And
Friggin' awesome
Yeah,
wipe. I mean,
So
that
no
just-
part of that game went how I
snowballed
thought
from
it
there.
would, but the outcome did. But
The beginning, no.
That was something
I'd
right
still
there.
say, even though we were giving them a hard time, that
oh no, they
I
deserve
think
a lot
they,
of credit for how
they deserve a lot of
back
credit
up.
for how long they were able to hold that. I mean, personally, I don't believe that no matter how that game went, I got an Isaac plus Mike wasn't going to wipe sentries at some point. But
Right.
I think they held such a good job with people.
well, that means this next match here will be the deciding match, right?
Yeah, we're heading to game 5.
For both teams.
Somebody DC that game?
If they did, I missed it.
Whatever.
Memphis is gone. For now. I don't know. if
Taster
he-
Tears is not
DC during
improvised.
the
That's
game.
an insult. Improvise is Solar Bear Star. They changed their name a little while ago.
You know what, Brewster? It might be worth considering. That was a real impressive couple of games there.
Yeah, this is exciting. This is game 5.
Uh,
Or this.
why are they disconnecting?
Doesn't matter. Probably changing.
Game 5 is delayed for a
I
few more
DDoS.
weeks,
I
everybody.
DDoS mini. That's what it was.
Our blood's DDoSing everybody. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
no. Somebody had to restart their game because they had flashes.
Uh,
Yep, that works for me. Makes sense. Are you not entertained? We're not quite entertained because you still haven't gotten Benedict Navy. No game will ever be entertaining unless somebody gives you that.
That is blasphemy lit, and if you let Memphis see us talking like that, he's gonna have some words for you.
Melka's better than Caldera's. I don't know. There's ups and downs to both. Melka is a little more zippity-zoppity, but that blind from Caldera's...
that was kind of working at the start. I still think they kind of just threw the draft just a little bit on purpose there, picking Melka. When they could have picked Galt. I don't know why they would do that, but
Yeah, I mean,
don't
it
know.
was working a lot better than I thought it could, but
yeah, the draft didn't go
Yeah,
too
I mean-
well for them to the end there, and then they just picked Melka for some reason. Not exactly.
I mean, they've been
sure.
showing lately
Maybe
they're-
that's maybe
they're
they
not
maybe
afraid
they
to
like
kinda-
Melka. Maybe it. I mean, it kind of worked.
They're not
Melka went
Is
ignored
Relic getting
for a
subbed
while,
out?
But
they're not afraid to deviate. You know, they went with the Atticus for a couple of
No idea.
games. The Melka there, they're willing to experiment a little bit, but don't think it was the right call there.
maybe they should have experimented in a couple of weeks.
I think
that
I
they've
think
been
that
postponing this game. I
Melka
don't know.
pick was very... But to be honest with you, like on the scale of impacts in the game, I still think she made a pretty good impact in the beginning of it.
Blood, could you bring up the stats for that one while we wait?
I'm
Curious
sorry,
how
I was
much damage
messaging
Melka was
C-Dog
able
to
get
see
up.
if...
Yeah.
my
But I could see
apologies,
them if
gents.
they had Galt there. I could see that being. I don't know. Could have definitely helped their side a bit more to have something like Galt there, but
I certainly think it would have given them a better
Yes,
chance.
I
than
agree. We should
The
definitely
pull
let
into
Navy have Benny.
the Wrath stuns, or rather the Shane stuns, the Wrath knock-up silence. It's hard to survive that.
See that center damage dealt though. That's some good looking stuff right there. Not a lot of healing for both teams, to be honest with you, for a 15-minute match, actually. Well, that's actually no, that's about as half as much as you should get for Aralani. But I guess they just weren't really taking damage. Actually, yeah, pretty low damage numbers again. No damage taken. Alpha DC.
I mean, what kind of jumps out to me on these numbers is like Boulder and Wrath dealing pretty
Alpha,
much the same
you're
amount
coming
of
back,
damage as
right?
Melka.
yeah. Did the lobby close or just disconnected me for no
No,
reason?
you might have been just standing. Yeah, you're good.
No, it just randomly booted me out. Who knows? I did literally nothing. It's just
Dude,
like,
I
oh,
booted
you
the wrong
disconnected.
person again. God, I'm sorry, buddy.
Stop DDoSing me. What are you doing, man? I'm on your team.
I don't know.
Respect
My
you.
basic knowledge of coding is not going very well right now. I think I gotta read up on it again. I actually wonder what this is coded on. To be honest with you, I have no idea. Game. Oh god. Actually, that's probably some internet issues for Alpha. Yeah, Alpha might be having some internet issues right now. He's at, Alpha? You live? Your internet might be dying? Because that looked like internet
I don't know
dying.
why.
Because you got thrown from the party.
Yeah, I'll get back in there. I don't know. I got booted to the main screen randomly. Something stupid. Whatever. 'Cause I'm not playing anyway, so if I disconnect it, I'm just a spectator. It doesn't really matter. My internet just like dies later, I guess. I'll at least try to get into the game. Alright.
Go on without him. I am not solo casting this game. Thanks, though.
I mean, you basically
Spaghetti
are not
is
exactly
still
adding
here.
anything. But
Spaghetti. I don't know, man. The confidence of having the extra player here is always nice. Chaotic is being traded over onto Seed. Oh, take it back. Let's go, boys.
So this should be an interesting draft after a couple of weird ones there.
Alright, I got money riding on this. Time to disable some throws. Oh, we just dropped some viewers. What? No, please.
Are we going to see the Atticus come back? Are we going to see the Galt come back?
Are we going to see the Galt get picked?
Yeah, like it's...
Poor Sticks Malone probably cringed to death that last draft.
yeah, probably.
I think that team comp would have had a little bit better boon if they just picked not Melka. I mean that's not really a jab.
Yeah, it didn't
Joe.
even
I think
have to
Joe,
be Galt. I mean,
Joe did pretty good. Yeah, no, I agree. I think they still could have left Galt out. I think Joe did a very good job with Melka, but she's just hard to play late game into that amount of damage.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you gotta have a lot of skill to do that. I think she's probably the hardest, or at least the second hardest character to play effectively all throughout the game. There's some characters where you can be complete shit in the first 25 minutes and make something of yourself in the last 5, but Melka's hard.
So we do see the Benedict
Benny
fan
Ban is unexpected.
Yeah.
Poor Navy. He doesn't get to play this thing. When was the last time he played it in a competitive? Did he get to play it this season? Or no?
He's played it this season, yes. I don't know if he's played it against anyone, like any of the top teams. I think that they all
Anyone good
kinda,
spaghetti?
the
Wow,
teams that do their
Spaghetti, what?
scouting don't want to see it.
No, remember we thought we gave it to him last season. We're like, yeah, we can deal with it. We can counter it. The bastard got like 14 kills on us, and we got wiped in like 10 minutes the first game. We didn't let him
I
have
was
it
not in
any
favor of
longer
that.
after that. Hey, you weren't, but literally
see the
everybody
Calvin
else
ban.
was thinking. But this was back in the
Oh, no,
old
I
days
know.
when like we didn't really see him do this, and we're like, yeah, we can do
I'd
it.
seen it.
We're good. Hey, you've
I was
seen it. but,
not
like,
okay with that.
Oh yeah, you weren't there though. You couldn't yell at us all.
Oh no, but I had said before the draft that we should ban Benedict every game.
I think the universe decision was to ban regardless. Sea Dog banning Ice Creature and Rendy up here.
You know, sensible, kind of typical bans.
Their team won this game, so their Galley made it through the draft.
That is a good point, though.
But so did
team
Mike.
won, and they prefer the Galley to the Kelvin. That's just kind of what they're comfortable with.
Which I think is there and good, but I think Relic deserves a little more credit on Kelvin. He can make some good work out of him.
Yeah, but I think they would rather take Relic kind of not so much out of his comfort zone, but he's got a wider comfort
Montana
zone.
Mike has been selected. That is definitely to be expected here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think they should do. It's difficult here. They kind of have to pick Wrath up. Nope. Shockingly, Cortana, I'm not trying to get your attention. I hate this new update, man. Well, I can't really have much of a prediction here. I don't know if they're going to try and pick their healer now, or they're going to probably pick Wrath up, is my best bet.
I mean, on the one hand, you like to keep the Miko away from the Montana. On the other hand, you like to keep the Alani away from Tears. So, and certainly, well, it's kind of preference if you'd rather have Alani with the Gal, but I think most people kind of prefer the Alani in that scenario.
Double shields.
Fortunately, you've got the Galilea, you've got your wound for the Miko Monty.
I think double shields is underrated. I think when you have a very aggressive player like Sea Dog on a boulder, you make up for the fact that you don't have as much forward momentum. A player like Poppy or something, make a really good set of him. Interesting picking that Alani so early. I feel like they made a bad choice there, doing that, to be honest with you.
Well,
wanted to
I would
get
say they
tiers
didn't
off
have
of
to
it.
do it, but then you see they weren't going to take Galt or Miko.
Isaac,
So,
Isaac,
it didn't-
Isaac,
it ultimately doesn't
Yeah!
Right. So I mean, I think they got what they would have taken, even if they didn't grab the Alani there.
Yeah. Correct, I think. Yeah, I would have probably done it the other way. You know what I mean? It's picking.
Yeah.
But I guess they don't have pulls into geysers anymore. So Styx can watch this stream successfully because we got a pull man in here, which is good. Navy on. To be expected, to be honest with you. Mini Cooper on Galt. Mini Cooper did do pretty good on Galt that other game.
It's getting
Penrose
pulled
on
into a
Wrath.
Wrath knockup in silence it's a frustrating situation, but they've got some pretty beefy bodies. They can handle them over there.
I think a lot of what matters is making sure nobody except those tanks get pulled. And just dealing with that situation, like making sure, because that tank, if he gets pulled, Boulder gets pulled, or to an extent Gal, they're not going to die. And they have to deal with everybody else throwing damage on them, and the rest of the team just runs in. Joe Pope on Oscar Mike. Who was playing Oscar Mike the other games? We had Chaotic playing him once, and then we had Penrose playing him.
I believe it was Penrose, yeah. So we've seen 3 different mics from this team.
Who's Maddie's Cray?
I do not know. But that is fantastic. Interestingly, Sea Dog is not on the Galilea.
Yes.
That's surprising.
Sea Dog's on Boulder. Sea Dog is able to be a very aggressive player. Relic's able to hit his stunts. And so is Sea Dog, of course, but I think they're just doing a good job diversifying roles. Sea Dog is a good playmaker. I don't have any background sounds.
It's always good.
I don't think it is.
Alright, here we go. Game 5. Loser goes home. Winners also go home, but they get to play again next week or next year, whenever the game happens.
Yes.
Oscar Mike, still no sneak attack.
Alright. When Tom watches the
Totally
stream,
necessary to
he
point that out
will-
every time.
his eye
Tom
will-
is just
will twitch.
Tom is just crying over there. He's
And Tom doesn't even know
Just
what's
sad about
happening,
that.
but he's just tearing up. Like, he's probably out watching a movie with
He's
his
just
girlfriend right
randomly
now, and he's
tearing
just
up.
crying. It's probably like some sort of action flick, too, like the Avengers. And he's just crying. His girlfriend's like, what the hell's wrong with... What? That should not have pulled... Oh, I can't extend the wrong dude there. That's for the benefit of that team, I guess. Navy, you are still low there. Be careful. Get Oh, man, Penrose is getting out of there by the hair of his balls.
a lot of people low over here though.
Chaotic is so low.
Keep putting in the
Chaotic,
pressure.
why did you walk back in? Navy is not a friggin' person to let kills get away like that. You should know that. Good work, Navy, on that clear.
I think this was probably the most balanced draft we've seen so far. I don't think there's any obvious winner in that regard.
Yeah, I think this could go either way.
Okay. Let's go to the Leaf Cam for a second.
We did not see any Tundles play, unfortunately.
Navy reaching
He's honor
2
band,
already.
of course, just for, you know, balance purposes.
For balance purposes.
He can stay invisible like all the time. He's so overpowered.
It's
Yeah,
ridiculous,
completely
man.
unfair.
Ridiculous. You want me to stop the camera, or do you want me to stop being a terrible person? Reapers, I can only do
I think
one
the
at a
camera.
time. I don't know what I was looking at. I was looking at my chat. I can only do one thing at a time. This is like the second time I've cast it. Screw you, people. You gotta just wave down quick. It's just chill. Okay, good.
So that is a wound field. I'm looking at that right?
I don't know. We have a other person in the casting lobby, I'm pretty sure.
Alpha?
Yeah, it's a Winfield.
Yeah. So, I mean, they've got a lot of wounds between the wound field. Presumably she'll take it at 2 as
I don't know
well.
why
Shield
anybody's
throw,
picking the
Whiskey.
Yes.
Um,
No, there is a reason for the leaf. We gotta check
Then-
up on it, see if it does anything interesting, Reapers.
yeah. And then at level 5, of course, Isaac gets his wounds, so a lot of wounds to deal
I'm
with
in a
that
complete
Monty.
disagreement for picking the wound field when you have this many wounds. I think it's aggressive. But, again, if it's what he feels comfortable with.
On the other hand, you've also got 3 stuns.
So you're telling me we
That's
should
just
be picking
ensures
Vortex?
Chaotic's just gonna get destroyed here, but
Yeah.
all these wounds.
Gal is slowing a Thrall that far away from their melee characters, so that's an interesting decision. No, Reapers, you can't spoil it for me. You don't know. Does that team have any wins on the other side? No.
No.
So that is something that they got going for them. That's going to allow them to... Ooh, wow, nice stun by Chaotic for
That was a good
save.
save. Ooh, the Relic getting
Relic is getting
Pulled in
really
there.
low.
Penrose coming out for it. But Penrose could
Yeah,
pay
Penrose
for
is
that.
going down
Penrose
too.
paid for that
Sea Dog, I
immediately.
would put your shield up there. They gotta get some stacks and then leave.
Now they're going for Sea Dog for this. Just,
Ooh,
So it
stun
looks
missed
like
on him there. He
Chaotic
might be able
took
to
the
get out.
blast here this game.
Oh, Thrall just knocked up Chaotic. He is wicked low. Yeah,
Maybe
nice
just
finish.
maybe in
Zig. Man,
Zigerians,
honor band,
yeah.
friggin' Zig.
Picking people left and right.
Yeah,
Maybe
Reaper,
Tom.
pretty much you got the whole chat against you right now. You just spoiled basically the game. Sea Dog again making a lot of space here, and Memphis keep doing a great job keeping him up.
See some center damage here. In a sec.
Yeah, early sentry damage. Again, a testament to having that shooter plus Isaac.
And both teams with a lot of sentry
Zig
poke
going
this
over
time
the tunnel
around.
to try to put in some more poke. They're scaring him off.
Isaac and Whiskey on one side, you know, Monty Miko, plus obviously the Mike on the other.
Alright, let's go to people camps for fun. How's it going? The extra shield strength, pretty classic.
Better hang it up, buddy.
Montana going with extra health and the blast, as we said beforehand. Mini Cooper going with extra shield is pretty much a standard option there.
Captain Ron Codpiece, the winner of this match will play. What's the name of their? What's the
Free
actual
Shard
name of their
or
team?
Solus?
Free Shard of Solace. That's Mosley.
Sea Dog
Mozzie,
is getting
Sticks
trapped in
Malone.
here. I don't know if Memphis is going to be able to save him out of this.
Oh, I think he's good.
All of those people.
Someone could get pulled here though.
Floyder, Manley.
Real bad.
Yeah, Sea Dog's
So
definitely
that-
going to watch. Sea Dog is got healed. Memphis is doing, of course, the unspoken exceptional job keeping these guys alive.
And the winner of that matchup will face our team in the finals.
That means kill.
We made it to finals, unacceptable. Bad camera angle, sorry guys.
Enemy forces inbound. Hate furnace engage.
See, I'm just kind of taunting up there for no reason. I'm not sure what he's.
Is he really taunting?
It feels
I
like
didn't see
taunting.
him.
Yeah, he's
no,
kind of like
that's
walked up on
Sea-Dog.
perch, just taunted for no reason. Just, I don't know. Just taunting. For the
Yeah,
sake
he's
of
just rolling
taunting.
around, doing his thing.
For all we know, he would like accidentally pushed the taunt button. He
I
started
don't know why Ruben
screaming
would have to
about
be
it
drunk
over
to say that.
No,
comms or
there's no
something on the
accident
stream.
there. That's Sea-Dog's favorite thing to do in a game.
I
Is
don't
to
know, Mini
just run
Cooper
over to
moved
that
up a
ledge
little
and
bit
just
to
taunt
this,
for the hell of it.
No stun.
Yeah, he started causing one of our teammates to do that too. Kamikaze, and it's ended poorly for him like 3 times.
You know, he dies every time he does it.
Navy on level 4 right now. Relic's still stuck at level 2.
Six, the night's young. We can top it. I believe in us.
Oh yeah, with me casting, we can totally top that.
Yeah.
Ooh, Thrall
Thrall just
massacred
barely
in its
knocked
knock
out.
up. Yeah, that would have been devastating though, to be honest with you. They would have lost lane,
Yeah, that was
probably
a
lost a couple people
gigantic
from that
wave
too.
sitting there.
They're up. They're throwing.
That other Thrall got knocked up though. They got
Penrose
Penrose
is a
really
bad
low in
spot.
here.
He's just
Tyr's doing
jumping
a
out. The
fantastic
mini's
job
low as
saving
well.
everybody, just juggling those health bars together. Pulling Big Bot in. I'd say that's a pretty dangerous idea to do, but it's just also not attacking. Now it is.
Thrall knocking up again. Chaotic getting low. Yeah.
There's a lot of benefits to not drinking sticks.
Foxtrot's going.
If he's serious, or it might be a meme. I'm not very smart. They collapsed on that Miko wicked hard. Got stuck out there. They're gonna get the sentry too. Man, this is shaping up to be something quite interesting. But if they kill the sentry too early and then they start losing players, if they lose anybody in this exchange, they're gonna get punished way too hard for it, and I think it's gonna be bad.
Don't-
Although they're
Penrose
massacring
taking
Penrose right
damage,
here.
getting stunned again.
Zig,
Yeah. Mini
Zig with the
Cooper's-
friggin' follow-up
Mini
stuff.
Cooper's
It's 1
stuck around. He
second
should have gotten
of
out of there.
pain.
Mini Cooper's going down as well.
Zig, yeah, you totally deserve that taunt right there. That man should not have sat in there for like 5 whole minutes.
Wow.
You know, we
You know
might
what?
see
Maybe by the end of
Sea-Dog's
this,
team
it
carry
was
this
Mini
momentum
Cooper's
to the
team
end
that
of the
should be
game.
picking up Taster Tears
We'll
because
see.
they need an Isaac player.
Walking sacks of meat are coming this way.
Yeah, Zig is
Yeah,
starting
Zig,
up a
Zig is just
field.
going to town over there.
Yeah, Zig getting
Might as
Isaac
well
away.
just replace
Somebody
Isaac's
in here.
friggin'
Yeah,
charge
there you go.
cannon with the hoe.
Oh, Zig
What?
getting pulled in though.
That was ridiculous,
Yeah,
Paul.
he's getting right out of there.
He's getting out, but if there was follow-up on that, man. Sentry Shield is at half health right now.
Zig's starting to
Oh god.
go over and look for more sentry damage. And Zig and Navy just tearing up the sentry right now.
Pay no attention to the terrible
And they-
cameraman.
They don't even have their levels yet. I mean, they're not going to be able to
Everyone's
finish
taking
Sentry
some
here, but they
damage in
should be
lane
able to
here.
get a few
Seon's gonna
points.
go down in lane. But at least they'll get some damage.
I'm sorry, Sticks. He can't throw anything harder than that. Yeah, they reclaimed their base here, but 3 sentry damage is 3 sentry damage, and I say that's pretty good. But with all things
This is
considered, they
eerily
still have a
similar
mic.
to what we saw in Game
Yep.
2.
Yeah.
Was it exactly the same score, or was it 48? You know,
46. Relic is just
46.
getting beaten to death out here. Zig, I would not come in and save him. You get the chaotic and then probably just go. No, they didn't get chaotic. Okay. Well, I didn't lose more than 1 person there, and it was just the tank. So I'd say they did a pretty good job at leaving that. Reapers, you don't have feelings. Oh, Sea-Dog getting
Sea-Dog
pulled in.
pulled
They're
in.
gonna collapse on him. What?
And no stun.
What a
on him.
funky dodge there. That worked out well for him.
Mike throws airstrike in lane as well.
Hey, C-Dog,
Doesn't hit a whole
Reapers,
lot.
what game is it? Could you tell us?
Beautiful dead. Be stronger. Stronger.
I'm very disappointed that we don't have our Ray Lightning in chat. I'm pretty sure Wrath has been channeled into every one of these games that's been played so far. I'm sure his spirit lives on somewhere.
Well, see, the Wrath doesn't have.
You know,
Talon
what
Hawk,
we should have had
so,
for that award stream, we should have an award for most Wrath played, and what they get is a monogrammed, Talon of the Hawk. That's what should have happened.
Alright, so my battery died again.
Yeah, that's very
Before that
disappointing.
happened, I was trying to comment on how Mike and Isaac first level 5.
Don't you mean Navy?
Navy is he at 6 over there? Alright.
Maybe that's 6.
Is it 6?
You tend to have to hit 6 before 5. Wow. Boulder is causing so
sometimes
much chaos in the
Penrose
back.
can go here.
Sea-Dog, why would you ult? Sea-Dog, you could have beat him to death. Oh my god, Memphis with
He's dead.
sick as hell follow-up bubble.
Maybe getting pulled in, but that might be a bad.
Remember,
thing for their team.
they're
Actually,
standing
maybe
there
can
like
put
they
in
have a
some damage
Sentry to
here.
back him up. Chaotic was completely unaware to that situation.
Yeah, KX going. Minnie's still
Yeah.
standing there. They could easily dive up on him if they get him real quickly here.
Tears is just breaking her
Yeah,
back.
he's pulling him
That's
in,
a
but I
trigger
don't
that
know.
stun.
Him. Oh, they're not. They're not.
He's
pushing up on
really
him.
utilizing the hell out of that thing.
Zig
feel
with
like
his
they got
follow-up
pushed
stun
up
for
and,
Isaac is the best usage I've ever seen out of Isaac's
Minnie
stun.
there.
Because
pretty-
dashing in with that thing can be a scary proposition. You're a slow character, you've utilized your escape.
And every
But,
single one of
man,
these
he's
games,
making
he's
it
used
work.
it so goddamn well. He used it one time over by, we're going on a Sea-Dog cam right now, boys. Oh, where is he? Like, I don't like how I can't pick people. Sea-Dog, no, get out of there! Oh, Sea-Dog's dead. Right as I got to the Sea-Dog cam, I got him killed. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's not your fault.
No,
Say who's gonna die there
I don't
anyway.
know. To be honest, I thought what he was doing was pretty good, but his team did not make use out of it. They had the lane to do it, and he was distracting 4 people. They just didn't deal the damage that they needed to there, and now they're pushed out because of the long respawn timer. Sticks. It was an interesting circumstance.
Inside a searing.
Navy just got deleted, but Chaotic at the same rate wasted his ultimate immediately. And I don't know if they have the CC to get Isaac out of his ult, at least for a couple of seconds. No!
pulled.
He could get out of there.
He's
Oh
dashing.
no,
No,
he got stunned out of his
not quite.
dash because magic.
Ooh,
He's
Boulder.
still
with
getting
a-
out of there though with that shield.
Boulder with a very good hit there.
Somebody's saying
Hot Liquor,
Isaac
this is
tanky.
Xbox.
Can knock up on those minions. There's
Minnie looking for a pull here.
Pulls down. I'm sorry
it's
for
nothing.
going it.
Pulls down.
Look, I would get out of there and put your shield up, buddy, because that Montana's coming for
Chaotic's
blood.
moving up
Oh man,
quite a bit.
Memphis with
He's
that save though.
probably
Memphis
going
saved
to
his
pay
ass,
for
and
this
Chaotic is
immediately.
gonna cost that. Nice
Yeah, he
stun
is-
from
he's-
Zig
he's
and nice
just gonna
stun
win.
in from C-Dog. What a
Really good.
fantastic
Yeah.
combo there, guys. That
Yeah, I
is
don't
true
think that was the
teamwork
best
right
of
there.
choices going in there that far. Jeez. Paid for it
I was
immediately.
rooting with him, but mushrooms down.
And Sea Dog's running
Pulls
right
down.
around here to the back of them.
Oh, they're gonna be able to
Sea-Dog
collapse on
hit someone
Penrose.
in. Oh yeah,
If
Sea
Relic
Dog's
sees
blocking
him,
him.
Relic,
Sea
Relic.
Dog's oh, here comes
Relic,
Nico.
you
Nico's
didn't stun
staying
him.
over the line.
We still don't. Friggin' Navy's not letting any
Yeah, people
survivors
are going
escape
down
this time
left and
around.
right from Minnie's team. Galt's getting ulted by Whiskey here. And they're
Now,
whole team
we've seen
died
this a
together
couple of
here.
times. I'm just curious if they're going to do the same thing they have done the last
Watch
two
this
instead of the
Galt
first
over
one.
here. Yeah,
You can't jump up there. Navy,
Oh,
thank
no.
you, Navy. Thank you,
Sea Dog's
Navy.
just fighting them all
Thank
back.
you, Navy.
That's basically.
Alright, well that was... Yeah, I mean that...
Isaac's ult
Oh,
is empty.
Isaac's going
That's
unchecked
advantage
up
here.
there. Wrath's going to have to divert his attention.
Mi-
They're all
Miko's
diverting
going
their
up there to
attention.
stun him.
They just let Joe Pope just get insta-nuke in lane. bad communication right there. Zeke did exactly what he needed to.
Yeah, Whiskey's gonna be getting some big sentry damage here.
Yeah, but the downside here is
Sea
that
Dog
Whiskey
is
just
doing a
does
wicked
not have
good
the
job.
right taunt
Sea
equipped.
Dog is literally distracting the entire remainder of their team right now.
He goes down, but yeah, they're
That's right, fools.
not focusing on everyone else.
Although
at the
Zeke's
center.
got to get out of there. Zeke's getting juggled and stuck. It's a nice dash by him.
Alright, they're starting to push up through the supply.
Alright, they got additional 4 damage, right? Yeah, 4 damage.
Yeah, you know, you would have liked to see a little more damage for what that sequence was.
I don't know. Sea Dog is doing such a good job distracting people, but I think they just need a little bit more
Yeah, I don't
damage.
really feel like they're capitalizing on it though.
Exactly. But you gotta give him credit, man. That man is the master of mischief. I don't know. Reapers? Maybe? Somebody else does? Overall, these games have been just absolutely fantastic. We saw... I mean, I watched the first stream, and it was a very back-and-forth game, and there was just one single moment where the game was lost for one team. The first game that we had here this evening was also a little one-sided in the beginning until just a single circumstance, but the amount of DPS that one team was able to put out changed the course of that game. Pulls down, I think I pulled a ward.
I think we gotta keep hitting it.
Navy grabbing Thrall Fat Bot. Mike trying to put some damage on Sentry, but Navy's gonna push him off.
Maybe he's chilling over there
Yeah,
with
probably.
Joe right now. Joe is... How much damage does Joe put right in right now?
Sea Dog's getting ready.
Joe is putting a staggeringly low amount of damage right now
Inside a searing
for how long the game's been going on. Actually, so is a lot of that team, to be
heavily
honest with you.
outdamaged by
Yeah.
Navy there on Whiskey.
Yeah, it's difficult
mean,
to put damage out against that comp though. I mean, you're just shooting at shields.
I guess you're correct, Spaghetti.
Yeah, they have all the shields over there.
I'm only pulling the step over when people aren't done. Any interesting Helix choices, Alpha?
I'll look around.
Memphis go with attack speed again? Let me see. Yeah. Probably.
Well, Monty still has health regen on. Guess that makes a little more
Makes
sense
sense.
without the earness, but you probably should have been doing that accuracy with the earnest. But whatever.
He still has a Miko, I know. I think it's just the anti-yelling
Uh,
button, to be honest with you. I mean, he could just pick
No,
one
I-
and just say.
Miko going increase biosynthesis
Navy
self-healing
was
effects
just-
instead of more healing while biosynthesis is active. I think usually people hit the nil there, right?
Wait a minute.
For Miko?
Did you say
They took more
That
biosynthesis
is
self-healing over the...
extremely interesting and feels like it was probably a misclick because that's the same button that the
Yeah.
healing thing's on. That, I'll be honest with you, I mean, if Tears does this normally and makes it work, I haven't noticed, I'm sorry for saying this, but that seems like it would be a very detrimental thing. Because that extra 25% is massive. But it might be what she normally picks. Ignore that zoom in and
Memphis
zoom
went
out. I
with
was
the
trying to disconnect.
cooldown. Yeah.
This is where Boulder turns
Right, and they're getting
Memphis
more
going
people
cool. That's
down.
different from
Yeah,
what he went
back
last time.
up.
Ah, Mini Cooper just
Mini's
for
just
some
getting
random
deleted.
reason standing in the middle of the goddamn lane getting instant nuked again. He's not backing up with his team, to be honest with you. That's his main problem right now. They're able to get staggers on him super easy.
Mhm.
Yeah. He's dying him out as much as this tanks.
The Navy coming straight back into the back here. The damage of Sentry. Miko's going and chasing him alone.
Good friggin' work, Navy. Don't see that too often with a whiskey. Tyr sees him, and they're sending up Penrose up there to deal with him. Again, props to Memphis for keeping that Sea Dog alive. And also making sure... I've also noticed that Zeke is also taking
Okay, my internet just,
lot
like,
of,
died for a
like,
second.
a
I,
lot
like,
less
PC.
damage than a normal Isaac would be taking. Like, even some of the other good Isaacs that we've seen, like Taste of Tears, it's just that you'll take a lot more damage than Zeke has. I mean, I don't know if that's just a statement of that they're not really shooting at him,
Penrose ulting
or just a
Navy
statement
in,
is... Yeah.
supply up there.
Sentry shield is basically down. They need to get it down. It's
Fenrir's might
recharging
pay
right
for
now.
that
They
up
need to
there in
deal with this
supply.
right now. Chemros is causing too much chaos up here. They're gonna be able to collapse.
Yeah,
him.
he's
No, they're not.
distracting him for a while, just bouncing around.
This
They're
is
not
this is
hitting
yeah.
him,
This is a
and
bad.
There goes me.
They're doing a bad job right now. They need to kill him for the love of God.
And I'm out.
Yeah, but they might get a
Gotta get
collapse
back
on
in.
Sea Dog here because of that. Let's check the Leaf can. I'm just kidding. They're getting pushed out again without dealing damage. This is just a theme in this game, and they gotta be. Oh wait, Zig is not. What? Zig is just determined right now. I mean, Minnie's coming up behind him and is gonna either knock him in or. They got the shield down and got some damage in. I'm curious what their end goal is here. They didn't lose anybody.
And renew.
Well, Isaac's just still hitting it over there in the corner.
That he is. I'm just giving an overview right now, isn't it?
And again, Miko's the only one that sees it.
Guys are picking.
Yeah, this makes you wish that Sea Dog was
And now they all
killing and
collapse
posting
over
the
there.
point
and
of
they've
view.
got- Yeah, you know, this
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
gonna be it.
yeah, they're
There it is.
are not diversifying their things at all. So that is a comeback.
Yeah.
Well, that was a heck of a
Two
series.
down.
Sea-Dog's
Two
team
down.
with the reverse
Sea Dog's
3-0.
team. What an amazing game set. First game,
yeah.
can't comment on too much. First
After
game
those,
of tonight,
two
so the
games,
second
it's
game
3-0
overall.
3-0 and
Very
back.
crazy comeback.
Really nice.
From Minnie's team. Second game, really strong playthrough overall. Third game was a little bit of a shoot down with the types of bands and picks that we saw, and then this game was just extremely balanced and well execution from both sides.
So Midnight Meat Train going on to face Free Short of Solus in the next round.
Yes. Alright, these are the final scores. Navy and Zig again carrying with a ton of damage. Joe Pope not really pumping out a lot of damage. I definitely said Chaotic actually not pumping out any damage either.
Yeah, no, I think it's just that comp, like, you know, alright, you're shooting at Boulder Shield, you're shooting at Gal's Shield. It's interesting. It's not something I've been a fan of in the past, but it's something that I've got to reevaluate.
I think Double Shields has some validity in it. Mostly if you play Boulder very aggressively. I think if you play them both the same way, it's not going to be very effective. But
Do we want to get an interview in here?
interview. Who we want to interview? The captains?
Captain's kind of the obvious pick. Maybe, you know, I think if we gave out like a series MVP, I'd personally give it to Zygerian, you know, so maybe we get him in here. Navy's volunteering for it, so that's also an option. We have to.
How many people did you guys have watching? How many people strong was it?
We are
28
currently
at
at
most.
28.
How many people was the max?
I wasn't paying attention.
I think it was 28.
We
I'm
had
focused on
we had
giving
like 12 at
quality
one point, and then we
content
went back
to the
down to
arena.
6. We lost a lot of viewers when we lost. Everyone counted us out. They're like-
But
they're like,
man,
"Fuck
did you
watching this shit."
show them friggin' hard. Good work.
That's how
Thanks.
true dropout
Hey, dude,
does
no,
it.
that first one, dude, I went off as Phoebe, dude. I went off.
You
but
did. I was
got
calling you out
fucking
so many
punished,
times,
dude.
man. You did good. Everyone include their audio.
I got punished though. Who was playing Boulder that game? Was it Joe Pope? Joe Pope carried
I
that
believe
game.
so, yes.
Whoever was Boulder, you fucking carried that game. It was disgusting.
First one.
So do you have any messages for Free Short of Solus? Should they be, you know, you're heading up against them your next game? What do you-
Wait, Matty
about that
Cray,
matchup?
Star Trooper.
Yeah, Matty Cray, Star Trooper.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
fine.
know. All I have to say is, I mean, we're gonna try to get some dubs. Like, we're comfortable now. Like, now that, especially seeing these games, dude, I know what our strengths are, dude. Like, when Zig volunteered to play fucking Isaac, it was so noticeable, dude. He was making so many plays with us, dude. It was kind
I
of crazy.
called
Him
out
and
every
Navy-
single goddamn thing Zig
Yeah.
did. It was beautiful. Zig, your stuns were
Yeah, no,
on
Zig
point.
popped the fuck off,
You got
dude.
some crazy stuns on, like when
Big fucking
Minnie was
showdown,
running.
bro.
Minnie was running away on Shane, and you just got a clutch stun running up to perch with your dash. You just got her. Real hard.
Zig
You
was
guys did really
tanking
good
that fucking
team
salt
synergy.
train.
That we
was
were getting a
taking-
little concerned on that game where they had Melka though, because she was causing you a lot of chaos. in
Yeah,
the beginning.
the Melka would, cause she would distract. I would push up, and the Melka would distract everyone in lane, dude. Like, so it was like a 1v4. So, but we got it. We closed it off. We got it. They played really well, dude. Tears was hard carrying the fuck out of them, but we got her. That game, dude. That game too. Did you fucking see? I stunned Tears, and then Relic came in, cleaned it up, and then we wiped them, dude. That was fucking amazing.
That's called a true
You
sweep.
guys had some good plays. Very good plays. The other team, you gotta give them some credit though. That first game, they came back.
That first game,
pretty
we let
hard.
them win. We let them win.
We wanted a
Give them a false
reverse
sense of
sweep.
security.
Yeah, we wanted a reverse sweep for the chat.
Yo, we wanted to for the memes, bro.
And then we stole a lot.
Yeah, we had a little bit of concern that third game too, because that Ernest ran reload egg and they all benefited from it and they were all just tearing through people, and it was causing.
Then we still won. But then we
You guys
still
still won it, yeah.
Yeah, because-
definitely did.
Oh, no wonder Gold was stunned for so long. He has minus EC.
Yeah, we also
Yeah, we
commented on
noticed
that.
that.
Do not worry.
Very odd situation there.
Do not worry.
Oscar as
We
well.
have made a 5-minute discussion
Oscar
of
as
that
well.
and how nonsensical that decision is.
Dude, I'm gonna rewatch stream for sure now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Good games.
Don't worry, it totally wasn't biased commentary.
Dude, no,
It
they had
definitely
it.
was.
They had we were expecting them to ban Galley last game, dude. Last game we were expecting them to make a power play with the Kelvin and Galley and like maybe the Galt. So we banned the Galt. So we banned the Kelvin when we were the first pick, and then they ended up banning Thorn. Like that was.
I think
That was free.
Sea-Dog, you had some really fantastic plays at like around the midpoint of that game where you would just go behind them and they would not be able to pay attention to you. Like you got one stun
Yeah.
on Wrath and just deleted his ass.
Yeah.
The two stuns worked really well together. Relic had some pretty good synergy with you.
Three
so
stuns.
credit.
Yeah. I
Zig,
had to let
damn it,
Relic
my
shine,
Zig,
though.
we
Relic
can't
turned up
even
getting
call
the
your
last
thing a
game.
stun because it was just like game breaking. How good it was used.
Yeah, Relic was.
I don't
definitely
think
on
I've
it,
ever
dude.
seen
Me
such
and
good
Relic got
usage
it.
out of a friggin' 1 second stun thing.
Yeah. Dude, it was gross. It was gross. Zig went through lane once, dude, and made a huge play. He stunned like everyone in lane with a thrall. Like he stunned I think like 10 things. It was kind of crazy.
Nah, that means you should
Six
have
was
given
hard
5% damage per target hit. Come on.
6 was hard carrying us.
Yeah, Zig with the
For-
hard carry,
no,
dude. Zig
no,
with the hard
no.
carry.
It
That
wasn't just
that
Zig.
first
It
game though,
wasn't just
like
Zig.
it was hard, dude. Like I don't like the
it-
Boulder was playing so well, dude. Yeah, Joe Pope on Boulder was just running through us at the end, and then Cooper
Hey,
was able
let's
to
not
just
forget-
shit on us.
Hey, there were 2 ghosts for our team. One that was Zig, 2 was me. Let's not forget me.
Shut
Okay,
up.
yeah.
I thought you were gonna be
Let's
like
not
you could
forget
give
the
credit
Navy.
to somebody
Yeah, you're
else,
right.
and then
Hey.
no,
Me,
it's
sir.
Navy, I
Um,
didn't fucking die on Alani.
Yeah.
That's
Memphis.
good.
I'm excited. I'm
With some
excited to
incredible
play them
player.
now. I'm excited to play. I think we're gonna give them a good game. We're gonna give everyone some good games. I think I want to come out there hot as fuck and win the first one though. Whatever happens, I want to come out hot as hell, win the first one. But it's gonna be hard, dude. It's gonna be very hard. But I think we got it. I think we got it, and then we'll have the rematch against Blood's team. Season 3 rematch.
But the real question is, are we going to see a Benedict? You know,
I
He's
mean,
free shard to
Give
soul
it to
to
us.
let you guys play
just
that.
That's
a
if people don't
team,
get
dude.
scared, bro.
Floater- If
people
I'm
have the
Floater's
balls to
team
do it,
though,
then yeah.
if I'm Floater's team, I don't know, dude. If I think Manly should flex on Navy and try
Yeah,
to counter him
Manly
with the
should
the
flex.
Marquise.
I
That's
think
just
the
me,
best
though.
point of it, though, is that if they ban him, you know at that point that not even the
The God
clinical
Squad
depression
can
squad
fucking
can
kill
deal
him.
with you. You can't deal with Navy. It's impossible.
They're scared. They're scared.
Like,
I mean,
Navy
wanna
is
I mean,
just
it's gonna
freaking
be
good when you
interesting.
used to
If they
run
let him
crit
have
gear with Benedict.
I fully expect the Marquise or Toby, and I really want to see it though. I want to see if Manly's Marquise can outplay Navy's fucking Benedict.
No, dude,
That is
Hey,
pretty much
spoiler.
two
Almost.
gods up right there.
Spoiler alert.
Exactly.
I
No,
fucking
I feel
dare
like that
him.
would be intense, dude. I'm gonna talk to
I
Florida. I'm
triple
gonna try to
dog
set
dare
it
him.
up. So we give them
fucking
something they
god
want,
tier
and they give us something
dare
we
him.
want for the first game.
Yeah, bro.
Honor band Pendles, right, boys? No more tank Pendles, I guess. Alright, let me find my Mini Cooper messages and say
Hey,
no
if
more
you
tank
got,
Pendles.
if God Squad's hearing
should've
this,
done
we're
tank
coming
Pendles.
for you. If God
I
Squad
didn't get a
hears this, we're
GG
coming
back
for
from
ya.
Cooper.
Cooper's just chilling, dude. He just sent me a whole message. He was typing. He sent me a long message. They're cool, dude.
What?
They played really
did he
well.
say?
They played really well, dude.
Yeah. Alright, time to go Benny on pub.
Gross.
I'm not
Alright.
going Bob, dude.
GG
6
guys.
AM, I'm going to
Everybody,
bed.
thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
Everyone
I'ma turn
who
my
helped out
stream
with the
off,
stream. Thanks several much, especially Command Gamebot. It's very good.
Shout
Good
out my 2.5 viewers. I love y'all.
Bulky and Star meant
Alright, I'm
moral
end my
support.
stream. Peace, Bulky. If you're on stream, message me on Xbox or something.
Cooper didn't stick to the notebook. No, man, it got thrown in the shredder. Navy shot it up with Benedict.
Hold up, don't turn off the stream yet. I see.
I'm
I
turning
see
off the
Star.
stream.
I feel you.
Wait, how many people did you guys have over there?
On top, like 15.
No.
Yo.
That's pretty good for POVs.
I want to go back. I want to go back and watch our stream, dude, because you can
Yo,
feel
look
the
at the
pressure,
chat, look
dude.
at the
You
chat,
can feel
look
the
at the
pressure
chat.
in the fucking party chat.
Man, I was hyping everybody on as best as I could. There were some slow moments because I'm not the best caster, and I apologize.
I'm gonna watch both, dude. Yeah, I'm excited to see everyone though. I want to see the plays where I went behind it, dude. 'Cause I sauced on them, dude. This Galileo, dude, I sauced the fuck on him.
How the fuck do I time out people?
You're the next Tala average. Don't let anyone say otherwise. You're the next Tala average.
What?
That's not a good thing. I don't want to be that. That
No.
sounds terrible. You just
Oh, I
insulted
thought
me and my
everyone
family.
wanted him. I thought everyone wanted him. I thought,
Jesus Christ, I'm gonna kill myself now. That's a shame.
shit, but I'm the only one that liked.
No, Zig!
600
No!
seconds? You timed me
Zig,
out for
no!
600 seconds?
Who timed you out? Was it Memphis?
Boo.
600 seconds.
This is bad. Plank. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I didn't put the time and it just automatically did 10 minutes.
What is the
No
stream
balls.
still on?
The stream is
Yeah,
very
it's
much
still
still
okay.
on. It is not over.
Okay, do you want to say something, Star? Yeah, Star's on speakerphone.
Start up.
Star.
Yeah, everyone can hear you.
Yeah,
I'm just going out there. We've seen mainly Marquise and Bubs. I mean, and 10. It do crap like 180k damage. And we've seen them do like 350 damage when they dog like a generally other team. That's all I'm saying. Not a keyword.
That's mouse and
Okay,
keyboard.
I got you. I got you.
Star Trooper confirmed it.
Nah, man, he's
confirmed.
playing with those friggin' Guitar Hero drums. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm playing with, dude. I'm playing with the guitar. I'm playing with the.
That's the only
playing
way
with-
C-Dog can channel this amount of aggressiveness. You can't use
Playing with
controllers
those
anymore because they
GameCube
break.
controllers. He's playing with them GameCube controllers.
Little Donkey Kong bongos.
You just hear little taps in the background. That's why he always mutes his mic when he plays with us, because we don't want to hear the bongos.
500
There's a
more
salt
seconds.
mine rising.
Fucking bongos.
I'm sorry,
Oh my
Ziggs.
god.
I'm so sorry.
Donkey Kong bongos. That's what I plug in.
The
I
best
ha-
part
I
is
have
they're
an
probably all
adapter for
left
the
right
Wii-
now.
It's from my Wii U. It's connected to the Wii U, to the Xbox, and then I have the bongos.
Oh man,
fitted, and
you
I'm
can
ready.
get friggin' Wii maracas. That's what he's playing with.
Yeah, the fucking.
They're just having a jam session over there. I swear to God, that's what they're doing.
That's the direct.
And someone's using the microphone too. They have the whole band set up.
Oh my God.
He's using that Comcast remote. He's using.
And we're playing in 2018. These guys are playing in 2025. Jesus Christ. So behind. Alright,
Alright,
I
but,
appreciate that I was able to
he
hold
wants to
off
say
my
something
DDoSing
else.
for at least one
You
gaming
can
session.
go, Star.
Alright,
Star, thanks for tuning in.
I guess it was just a clear patrol the whole time.
Yo,
What?
Sea-Dog.
I guess it was just a clear patrol the whole time.
Yeah.
But,
Sea-Dog,
yeah.
tell us.
Research mainly.
Sea-Dog.
We've been investigating, but hey, everyone else has
It doesn't
Star's
matter, bro.
been
That's the thing. That's the
investigating.
thing. Like whatever anyone's using, bro. Fuck it. Fuck it. It doesn't matter what they're using. It doesn't matter if they're using controller, whatever the fuck, dude. I'm trying to get these dubs, and I feel confident it's gonna be hard as
being
fuck.
able to be
But
held
all we got,
accountable
like,
for it, though.
you can't assume shit. You just gotta win. Like the wins talk for themselves. Like everyone in the community can talk shit, but unless we wipe them and clean them and knock them out, then it doesn't fucking matter. So that's all I'm looking forward to. I'm gonna practice.
All I gotta say
Star,
is
try to
we better
fucking work
see you
on
in
them.
the friggin' semifinals.
Six and,
We're rooting 'em on.
well, you guys wanted to win
Oh.
one, so I guess you had to do
Hey,
it.
I'm foretelling it. I'm using my godly Benny powers. They're gonna let me pick Benny.
You all know. Monty knows.
Look.
So, that's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason those guys had to
Okay.
come back to this game
There
after
we
getting
go.
kicked off Rainbow Six Siege.
Yo,
Alright, we're ending the stream probably before things get too heated.
Yeah.
It's already
Yeah,
gotten
that's
too heated, but
Let's fucking continue.
stream's over, boys. Thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody watches this back and has fun. Take care.